Welcome, everyone, to the Dungeons and Dragons segment of SquadCon. I am so excited for this. We've worked really hard to get this set up for you guys. So yeah, we are doing this cool thing so you guys can watch us on stream play this campaign. We also have two groups in the Discord who are also playing the same campaign. So it should be fun to be able to talk to each other and just question like, oh, what happened to your campaign? Like, this happened to us. What happened to you? So we thought it would be a fun way to kind of like tie in the community together. Some of those players have never played D&D before, so it should be a lot of fun for them as well. But yeah, the stream that you guys can see obviously is this. So we're gonna go around and kind of introduce who we are playing with. My name is Solex, the media director here. I will be your dungeon master tonight with this nice little pirate one-shot that we are doing. So we will start at the top left with Mr. Bizouche. Who are you?
Why me? My name is I'm Bizouche, and yeah, I'm from Sydney, Australia. Sol, am I talking about my character now, or
No, just who you are.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So I'm a big fan, and I'm a member of GodSquad Church. I'm a new member of GodSquad Church. I've been about a year old now, but I'm loving every minute of it. And yeah, awesome to be invited because to this campaign or this one shot because I love D&D. So yeah, great to be here. Super nervous.
Yay! I think everyone here is nervous. I'm nervous to start. Yep. It's gonna be amazing though. All right, we'll go down from there. Who is this lovely guy? Hawkopedia.
Hello, I am the one, the only Hawkopedia, as you can tell. Solex said, hey, do you want to dress up? And I was like, challenge accepted. All in. And so here I am in a pirate suit with green face paint all over my face. I've been with GodSquad Church for 7 years, give or take. I've been here for quite a while. And I have loved every single minute of it. I used to be a part of the mod squad, and then I was helping with the physical location as the soundboard guy, kind of extra hands guy. And took a little break from all of that, but I'm coming back. And everything's going to look good, and yeah. So, welcome, and don't make fun of me.
Oh man, Hawk, we are so glad to have you back. I am excited to play this campaign with you. It's going to be great. All right, and then down from there we have the one and only
River.
And
I've been GSC 5 years now. I kind of lost count. It's been that fun, you know. You lose track when you're having fun. Yes. And Southeast Colorado, love D&D. I've been role playing since 1997. Yes, I am the old man in the group, and I have no problems with that. I accepted it and embraced it. So very excited and ready to play this very interesting character, and I aim to misbehave.
Nice. See, everybody's got an awesome shirt. If you guys were here for the chat adventure game, obviously I have this amazing pirate costume that I am not wearing right now. But one, it's like incredibly hot because it's just layers on layers on layers, and I'm up in a loft right now and it's already toasty, so I'm not wearing that. And then I was gonna put my pirate hat on, but like these ears are totally in the way, and it is what it is. So I feel really weird that I'm not dressed up. Like, I love dressing up, and I'm the female here, and I'm not. Everybody else has something, which is hilarious. I actually just learned that Bizouche is a cosplayer. Right? Bizouche?
Yeah, if you actually go on my Instagram, a couple of Comic Cons or Supernovas, as they're known in Sydney, Australia, I dressed up as Baptiste from Overwatch. Because simply the beard shape, that was the first thing. I was like, I don't have to dress up for that. And so, yeah, I did the whole 6 months worth of prep, and it ended up being pretty fun. But I'm one of those people that my mom really developed an arts and craft heart in me. So that continued, and that's how I can, still remain a child at heart.
That is so cool. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'll have to go check out your cosplays for sure. Okay, and then lastly, if he is indeed ready.
Sure.
All right, we have the one and only. I absolutely love this man. He is the best person in my life and on this planet because he is my husband, the one and only Jesterfoot. Go ahead and say a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so obviously I'm the one and only best man in her life, as she said. I've been part of the community for a few years, more of a lurker kind of, but I've helped out with previous SquadCons and done graphics and stuff. I'm a graphic designer and a musician, and I've been playing D&D for a couple of years now. Run a few games, but yeah, it should be fun to play at this time.
Yes, Dan has been our DM for a couple years in our campaign here in Colorado, so I'm sure he's excited to finally be a player. And
yes.
I've learned all the ropes from him, how to be a DM. So, and I know some of you have been asking about these lovely instruments in the background. They are in fact Jesterfoot's, not mine. But yes, they're basses and guitars and all sorts of things. I can dabble in the instruments, but not really. All right. We have a big adventure to go on, so I think without further ado, we shall start this amazing adventure. Let me make sure I'm ready here. Okay. So where did I write this? Hang on, let's see. All right. Dusk falls upon the city. The street ahead has a blurry glow from lanterns piercing through the mist. A very familiar sight for this seaside town. The faint sound of many voices and a fiddle fade in as you head to one of your favorite taverns as a crew. You head to the Blushing Mermaid. You swing open the mossy wooden doors and loud music hits your ears. The dingy rooms of the tavern are full of merchants, shipyard workers, and all manner of folk. It's not the most welcoming atmosphere as you notice shards of broken glass in the corners of the room and a great many stab marks in the wooden mantle above the hearth. You all take a seat near the fire and order the usual. And now, if you guys would like to introduce your characters, we will go in the same order. Sorry, Bazoosh, you just have to start first because your name starts with a B.
Okay. My character is named Matthias. As he walks into the room, he's unimpressed by the music that he hears because he's been playing music for his entire life. He knows what good music sounds like. And he also knows what amateur hour sounds like as well. But because he's quite the lovable person, he puts the smile on his face and he just grits through the torture that he hears within his ears. You see that he's wearing a nice tattered, worn, but he believes it's a fine jacket. You notice that he is, at first glance, a humanoid figure, suntanned by being on the seas for so many years. But also from his appearance, he's seen many a battle. But why would a musician, why would a bard be in so many battles? Oh, we really don't know. He enjoys the company of his party members. He enjoys the camaraderie, but also he has a bit of an agenda to him as well.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, Hawk?
You see a small, tiny, but fierce goblin walk into the room. He's a shorter little dude, kind of skinny, scrawny. He's a barbarian, level 5 barbarian. Has a really high-pitched and annoying voice that I won't do just yet, but we were talking about it before we started, and it'll be great. Looks exactly like me, like I am right now, only just a goblin, and yeah, he's a goblin.
Very good. I don't know if you guys want to know like their race and their class right off the bat. If you do, just put it in chat and we'll let you know. Otherwise, you'll figure it out as we go on. So, River.
River is Pierce is an aquatic elf. Walks into the room. Long, double-bladed scimitar polearm on his back, and light bluish hair, more hair than I have. But very, happy. Every once in a while, you hear a ta-dunk, ta-dunk as he's walking along. And every once in a while, you hear him just yell, "Stop making noise, Eugene."
Nice. Very cool. Okay. Jesterfoot.
I don't think he's coming
Oh,
through.
we can't hear you. I still don't know if we can hear you.
No. You just
How about now?
Yes.
Yes.
Weird. Okay, so Jaeger comes in, and he is a large, impressive kind of man with long black hair. He has a large shield and always seems to have a bit of food in his mouth. He loves food. He loves cooking. He loves to make it, and you rarely catch him without a morsel of toad in his fingers. He also, if you look very closely, you might catch a few maybe slightly hidden feathers underneath his clothes.
Ooh, oh man, so many secrets on these characters. What could they mean? Nice. So, you guys all sit down, you look around. The tavern is a very lively place. There are many, many people here. It's very famous, and everyone's having a good time. You see some people playing cards. You see a bard in the corner playing some music, and then a woman walks over to you and asks you all, "So, would you have anything to eat?"
I will slowly put down the food I'm already eating, and I will say, yes, I will take whatever is the best thing in your kitchen today.
All right. Well, I argue that everything is the best, good sir. So was that one plate of everything you would like?
No. I think you play me.
Okay. I'll get you my favorite. It's okay.
Okay.
Anybody
You-
else?
What do you like to eat?
Well, I like the fresh seaside salmon. It's my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. I'll get one of those. Thank you.
Are you sure? You look a little green. Like maybe you should not eat anything.
I was born this way.
Okay. I'll get you the salmon as well.
Thank you.
What about you two?
Ale and fish stew.
Okay.
With a cheesy, charismatic grin, I look to the waitress and I say, whatever you recommend, my dear.
All right. Salmon for everyone but this guy. I'll be back
Actually, I'll grab her and say, no, give me everything they're having.
soon. All right. Sounds good. I'll be back soon.
Please hurry. I'm very hungry.
as she leaves. You guys have just been on the lookout for a couple of jobs, and you cannot find anything. So you guys are restless, looking for something to do, kind of bored. You've got some playing cards on the table. So, yeah, you guys already know each other, but not really. So feel free to ask each other some questions.
So, how long have y'all been working on a pirate ship?
I think about 10 years. Before that, I was actually a cook in a tavern. And before that, I was a priest.
Nice, nice. Sounds awesome.
Not really. I prefer the sea and the pirates. It's much more fun.
That's good.
Hey, I've lived all my life on ship. I was born on ship.
Well, for me, unfortunately, I'm not the biggest fan of the seas, but I've had to adjust. My life in the music and the performance industry has not fared me well. So to make ends meet, I've had to turn to this life of, well, not the best circumstances, but I've adjusted, as I always do, and I've grown quite fond to the open plains and the beautiful waters and the adventures that I have. It's been quite fun so far.
So,
Yes.
so you're saying that the industry isn't working out for you? Because it works for me just fine. Want to hear a grand joke?
Absolutely.
A pirate plunders the high sea. A pirate plunders the pantry.
Ugh. That was stinkier than the cheese that I cook with.
It was pretty good. Y'all laughed.
Oh my god.
I do not like rats, my
I can't get over this voice changer.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that normally. So
This is what you get.
I love it. Okay,
Matthias, why don't you play us a song? Show these buffoons what's up.
With all with all the respect in the world, I can't upstage the bard. See, that's the thing with this industry. It's too competitive. And this man is trying his hardest, but it just hurts. It just hurts. So it'd be a disservice, especially when we're trying to look for work. We're trying to build rapport and reputation here. The last thing I want to do is give us the bad rap that we constantly get into.
Yes, that's a good point.
But the question that I have for us, dear fellows, is, just a foot last time you took lead, and I was really glad that you did. But are you the leader of this? Are you the leader of this group? Who are we? We have time and time again. The time before it was Hawk. I mean, it was I forgot his name.
Renzi.
It was Renzi last time. So. And the thing is, when will I get the opportunity? I never do, but I never want to. I never want to take the spotlight. Of course I do, but I don't. But, yeah, who is the leader of this rabble? I cannot keep on stressing each and every time, just following directions or trying to step up and take the lead.
I
Help me,
volunteer
gentlemen.
as tribute.
Or we could play for it.
Play what?
We have this deck
Intriguing.
of cards.
And what do you
Okay.
suggest that we play?
High cards draw.
right then, as you guys start to get your cards out of the table, you start to hear the table next to you is getting in this very heated argument, and it starts to sound really hard to hear each other. And you see a burly man with a threatening hook hand. He pipes up and says, "I can see that it's a flush, but that's only because there seems to be two aces of clubs in your hand. Well, if you're not careful, I'll give you another club." You watch as his opponent detaches his wooden leg and swings it with all his might. Wham! He clocks him, the hooked man, so hard he flies into your table with your drinks and everything spraying everywhere, and your cards go flying. And the guy just kind of gets up, looks at you, gets his fist ready, and you feel like a punch is coming. Roll for initiative.
Oh my.
Oh, straight off the bat. Yeah.
Straight up.
Here we go.
Yes,
is going to be great.
indeed.
Where do you want us to put the initiative order? Will you just
Just tell me.
19?
14.
I had a 3, so 4 technically.
Okay.
And I had a 5.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
just chilling.
Cool. Oh yeah, I have to roll. Dun, 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 dun. Hey. All right. With that talk, you are the first one up. What would you like to do?
Oi, watch it, beanhead.
And I'm going to pull out my trident and just kind of like, back, you fool, back.
All right.
17 plus 5. I can't math, by the way, so.
Oh man, that definitely hits.
All right. I need. Where is it? I just saw it. I 100% just saw my dice. There it is. 7 damage.
7 damage. Nice. So you just kind of like poke him with your trident, and the guy just goes, ah! And he turns around and runs for the door. But you see 3 guys looking over, and they're like, hey, can't mess with my man. And 3 more thugs appear in front of you.
Not my fault. He smells like fish.
Okay.
So then, River, you're next, and Bees, you're on deck.
Okay, so since there's more than just him now, pull out the double-bladed scimitar. Let's go. 18 to hit.
Okay, 18 definitely hits.
And that is 10, 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. All right. So, do you want to describe how you hit him?
So basically, I start out just swinging with the bottom end of the scimitar towards the closest one.
Okay. So this guy's scimitar just kind of swipes, hits his legs, shink, and he's just like, ah! And he looks at his leg and looks at you, and he also runs for the door, limping away. With that, another one is going to look at you and say, hey, can't touch my guy. And he's going to try to hit you. Ooh, that's a 7 to hit.
No.
For River. No. So he just takes his fist and he trying to goes like, nah, and you just duck and totally miss his punch. And with that, Bees, it's your turn.
Now, can I have a look and see which one looks like the one that could cause the most amount of damage?
Yeah, they both seem like they're about the same. Same size, same make. They probably work out together, you know.
Okay, so I go to one of them and I say to them, unfortunately, my man, I see that you're trying hard to match the strength and just the sheer size of your friend here, but it is just not working. Maybe lift a few more powdered kegs or do something with your life. And I cast Vicious Mockery on them.
Jeez.
Ooh. Hey.
And they just have to make a wisdom save of 15. So I'm hoping he's just big and dumb.
All right. That's a 9.
Oh, sweet. So it succeeds?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, and so total damage is not bad. 5, and as a bonus action, I will inspire. Who do I have? Who's the person next after me?
Me.
Yes.
Okay, and I inspire Jaeger and say, "See, these two have nothing on you. Show them how it's done."
Okay.
And then I just sit back and try and put my legs back on the table in a reclining position.
So I stand up with my very imposing 6'3" body, and there's a little bit of a tear in my eye because of the spilled drinks and food. And I will just go, "That was very impolite. Next time you pay attention and learn not to wreck other people's tables, eh?" And I will cast Inflict Wounds on him.
Oh. Honk.
Dude.
So it's touch. Melee. Okay, so is a 21 gonna hit?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
You guys are rolling well.
Okay, so he's gonna take 11 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Oh wait, I get one more. 15 points of necrotic damage.
Whoa, savage.
So you just come up, say those smooth words, touch him, and he just goes, kind of.
Yeah, I just kind of grab his shoulder and pinch really hard.
Ooh, yeah, like one of those like mom holds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so he's just like, no, and he is also going to turn to the door and run. So, back to the top, Hawk. We've just got one guy left.
That's right. You better run.
And I'm going to smack him again. I can't take myself seriously with that voice changer. I'm 100% not going to lie. Dirty 20.
Oh, nice. That hits.
Hog.
This.
4. 6 damage roll.
Sweet. So this is with your trident again?
Yeah. Just
Okay, so you
back, you fool, back.
So you just see this tiny little goblin like up with these giant guys just with this trident, and the guys are like, and you catch him like right in the knee, right under the knee, and he's just like, and then he looks at all of you, looks and sees that he's alone. He's like, forget this, and he just also runs out the door. And with that, you guys are left fighting free, and you just look around. Everyone's kind of been cheering you on, like, yeah, get him! And everyone's like, oh, you're amazing! You guys are amazing! You have a couple of fangirls in the background just like, ooh, look at them, it's so nice. You just kind of take your bows like, oh, it's nothing. And then everyone slowly turns. Oh, I wish there was a fade on my music there. I guess not. Everyone just turns and kind of goes back to what they were doing. As you guys also start to collect your cards, you hear a little like tap, tap, and you look up and you see this old pirate who's slowly clapping. And he's an old haggard halfling on the other side of the room wearing a tricorn hat. Well, shiver me timbers, you fellas sure know how to send a bunch of y'all belly swaggin' scampering. And so he glides over to you, and as he approaches, you can now see he has a ship's wheel for a leg. The handles have been pulled off of the wheel, so he has a nice smooth ride. He looks tattered and worn, even a little thin, possibly from malnourishment. Let me introduce myself. The name's Captain Accord Dion. Captain Accord for short. Pleased to make your acquaintance. He gives a tiny little bow. I'll tell you what, I got in need of a bunch of fighters like yourselves. See, ever since I was a young lad, I have heard the tales of the legendary Crown of the Salt King, an ancient artifact rumored to be magical and made of pure gold. Such an item is worth a king's ransom. All my years I've been chasing after its fable. I recently acquired a map to its location from an Irishman hailing from the land of California. So it seems legit. God rest his soul. Now, all I need are some strong arms. As you can see, I'm no spring chicken these days. If you fellas can help me recover my plunder before they do, I cut you 10%. What do you say?
I step forward and I say, Mateus, an honor to meet you, sir.
Pleased to meet you, Mateus.
Now, there are a number of questions that we have, and surely we know how to take care of ourselves in a bar fight. We do this all the time. But
We do?
What are the risks? Yes. Let me do the talking this time. Yes, we are seasoned fighters. But on the seas, they're a different story. The challenge may increase. What are the risks involved? For 10%, surely. Is this just a walk in the park like these brutes that we just had to rough up? Or is there something more? Please explain.
Well, you see, I don't think anyone's really lived to tell the tale. At least, it doesn't sound like it. So there's probably lots of risks. But I got my ship. My ship's pretty nice.
Yes, but we also have a ship. It just happens to be in repair at the moment. But these risks, are they truly worth only 10%? Surely we can be. There's room for negotiation and adjustment. If we're just dealing with people here, but there are so many uncertainties. Surely there's room for negotiation and adjustment.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Here we go. This is the only place I'll be useful, guys. Okay. That's a 16 for persuasion.
Nice. He kind of looks at you. Well, I understand where you're coming from. I mean, if nobody's lived to tell the tale, you could totally die. I don't even know what's over there, so... How about we'll go up to 20%, you cut.
I turn to Renz and I say, I'm speaking on behalf of my captain, my leader here, and surely I need to... that insult to his ears was not... it was not worthy of mentioning. How about we say 50%?
Oh,
Let's do the dance.
It hurts so
Before
much.
he does that, I'm gonna stand up and just lean over and put my hand on his shoulder and cast Bless.
Ooh, nice.
The pain in my ears from this horrible offer.
Ooh,
It hurts.
also, I forgot to mention this. You guys have the option to also message a friend, which is actually putting a poll up in chat. So if you guys are ever like, oh, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to choose, I don't know where to go, you can message a friend. So make a note of that. Remember, you can do that. You can do it as many times as you want.
And also, everyone in the group is blessed but me.
Ooh, everyone.
So is that an extra D4?
Yeah, so you get an extra d4 and add the number to either an attack or a saving throw. So I guess it's
Nice.
in this situation.
And so, like, what I'm trying to do is just see if I can whittle it down. But if he's stopping at 20, that's the best I can do. I turn to Renz and I say, Captain, my captain, I'm sorry, I'm trying my best. I don't need these. I'm hopeful that these insults don't continue to come your way, to your bleeding ears.
Try to make it 25% and I won't be so upset.
So Captain Accord looks at you and says, all right, there's only one captain here. We're using my ship. We're using my map. I'm the captain. So, 25%, and I'm the captain.
25% and we both are the captain.
No deal.
22.5%.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
That's really good. This one, where are you? 18 total.
Nice. Fine, agreed. 22.6, saying whatever you said. All right.
22.5, and he puts out his.
Hand and goes for a shake.
And now that we are in agreement, why do you believe that you deserve this artifact?
He looks at you and says, I don't deserve it. I'm a pirate. It's what we do. All right. So now that we have ourselves a deal, now to me ship. And he turns around, goes out the tavern. Do you guys follow?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So you guys are going to follow him out of the Blushing Mermaid, and he says, we will sail through the Sea of the Swords to Luna Island. You follow Captain Accord out towards the harbor. As you get closer to the docks, he gets giddy with excitement, and he reveals to you his ship. There she is! Behold, the Sunny Lion. Looking at it, you quickly realize it is no beauty. Pieces of wood dangle off the mast and spin, unraveled rope and splinters are scattered across the deck, and sails are covered in holes. As you try to take it all in, a piece of wood falls into the water with a splash.
I lean over to Mateus really closely and I just say, I think lying should be spelled like the fibbing, not the M.
Absolutely, my good man. Absolutely. As a kind of tear kind of wells up as just coming from a dingy, oh no, the tavern was okay, but coming from that to this, it seems like his standards, or where his standards feel like they're at, are just dropping and dropping and dropping.
Renzi looks over at everybody and goes,
Seeing a pirate ship in person is truly awe-inspiring.
I agree. Believe me, friends. She doesn't look like much, but she'll do the job. And he
At
gets...
least she still floats, ish. Hopefully.
She is still floating. So he gets on the deck, and you guys are now on this lovely ship.
awesome.
And you raise the sails, you set sail out into the sea aboard the Sunny Lion. Captain looks at you and says, all right, the day's journey will probably take all night, all day. So get your rest. We'll be there soon.
Can I inspect the ship to make sure we're not just going to sink?
Yes, go for it. Go ahead and make a perception check.
That's the natural one.
It looks beautiful to you. In fact, you notice that there's like a couple spots on the ship where there's like some fresh paint just like patched here and there. You think it
This
looks
is
amazing.
the best looking ship I've ever seen in my entire life. Don't you guys agree?
Yes. Still, like, with a taste of dissatisfaction and disdain about this ship.
I'm just gonna.
Is there a crow's nest?
Yes.
So River heads straight up there and gets into the crow's nest and just constantly just turning around, walking around in circles in the crow's nest, just watching out into the sea.
Nice. Why don't you go ahead and make a perception check to see what's on the sea?
Are we the only crew members on this ship at the moment, or are there
Yes.
others? Oh, we are the only.
You're it.
Okay.
Where is the captain right now?
So that would be a 17.
The captain went straight to the ship's wheel. What'd you say? That was 17?
17.
Okay. So you look out to sea, and it's night, so it's kind of hard to see what's out there. But you do see some faint clouds and flashes in the clouds at a far distance.
Yell down. Where's it direction?
What?
What direction?
They are in the west.
West. Captain, to the west, a storm is brewing.
Captain looks over there. I don't see nothing. We're fine.
Belay that. Go to the west.
And he just keeps sailing straight for what you see.
Okay.
Well, he's occupied. I don't really trust this guy. I just have a feeling, given my altruistic sense of righteousness in some ways, and I try to make my way to the ship's cabin, see if I can get in, find anything that might talk more about the artifact journey that we're about to take.
Okay. So you head over to the captain's quarters. The door is shut
Okay,
and locked.
locked. Gotcha. Okay. And are there any windows besides the door? Or are there any windows?
There was windows, on the back of the ship, lined, but nothing like right there at the front.
Okay.
You do see that the door itself is quite damaged.
Okay. Well, I don't know if I want to break it just yet. So I guess I'll head below deck and see if I can find the galley or anything.
Okay. So you go below deck. Down there you can see remnants of food and clothes and all sorts of things showing that Captain Accord had a crew at one point, even though no one else is around. You can see piles of papers off in one corner. You see a couple of cannonballs. It's just a mess.
Okay.
I would walk up to his name is Bezus. I just forgot your character's name. I'm 100% not going to lie. Mateus. I'll walk up to Mateus and go,
You sure this is a good deal? Cause bro, this pirate looks a little kooky, if you know what I'm saying, bro.
Renz, my good man, fear not. Though the negotiation has been set, there's always room for occasional and ongoing adjustments, if you know what I mean. We've done this before. Some people have said 10% we've agreed, and at the end we took the whole 100. Don't worry about it. Why do you stress now, my friend?
I mean, it's not my fault that when you call 3.14 men out at sea pirates, so this will work.
Oh my God.
Let's keep working on that. Let's keep working. And it's like over this kind of like plastic laugh that he's trying to work on as well, just to sheerly encourage his friend, his co-friend. And I also would like to just examine the area as my role as the every single time that we go onto the ship, I automatically try to do the least. So I'm just going to see if, the powder kegs, as the powder monkey, I just check that the powder kegs are fully stocked. The cannonballs are next to, the cannons. Just a quick scope to see if everything is prepared in the event, because being proactive to do the least because of the laziness. Once I know that that's done, I go down to find any type of other keg, like drink, liquor, ale, whatever. Find myself a nice cozy place and either set up a hammock. If I don't find a hammock, I just go into the corner and I just catch some Z's.
Nice. Okay, go ahead and make a perception check. Yeah, all of you have a roll on your ship as you see Mateus. As you see Mateus kind of start looking at the cannons and the cannonballs, you realize he is indeed the powder monkey. As River runs up to the crow's nest, he is the lookout.
I rolled an unnatural 20 for the perception.
Okay, awesome. So you easily find cannons. You load the cannons up. The cannons feel a bit rough. They could be oiled. I don't know. What do you do to cannons to keep them up? But you know what you need to do. So you start just making them all ready to go, just in case there's some battle coming on. You know exactly what you should do. As you go down into the ship, again, it's just an absolute mess, but you do indeed find a place to set up a hammock, but right then you start to hear some rain hit the ship. And the ship starts to get a little more rockier.
I would like to run up to the helm and steer it away from the storm.
Okay. Captain kind of looks at you and says, "What are you doing? This is my job."
Do you not see the waves and the storm and the water, bro? This ship won't make it. It will sink. We gotta, like, go around.
I think it's too late. You can't outrun a storm.
I think
You boys
we
know how to
can.
handle a ship in a storm, right?
Do you?
No, but I trust you.
All right, so move over, and I kind of.
Okay,
Kinda
go
like-
ahead and make a strength check.
Oh, great. Oh my gosh, that's
Anybody that can see River, he's tying himself to the crow's nest.
Nice.
just straight strength. Oh my gosh, bro. It's 30-19.
Okay, you easily just like hip check him, and he just falls over like a toothpick. It's easy. And you grab a hold of the wheel, and you just start turning.
Yeah.
And he just kind of gets up and says, "Hey, I told you this is my job. This is my ship. I'm the captain. What are you doing?" And he's trying to stumble up, but it's starting to get slippery, and he just can't quite make it up. The ship starts to rock back and forth like crazy, and this storm is getting heavier and heavier, and there is no way that you're getting out of this storm.
Hog. Great. Can we get clappers in chat, boys?
Feeling the chaotic motion of the ship and hearing the ruckus, I'm gonna head back upstairs and try to break down the captain's quarters.
Oh, nice.
Okay, very nice. So you go up there. Go ahead, also make a strength check against that.
While he's rolling, if anyone hasn't been on his ship in a storm, they move like this.
Bad.
You have personal experience.
Yes,
Crazy.
So
5 weeks of sea time
Oh wow!
out of my
I think-
8 years.
What'd you roll?
I got a 5.
A 5.
So I think what happened is I wasn't anticipating the water when I got up there, and I went to go like push out the door, and then I'm bare feet, so my feet just slipped.
Nice. Yeah, you see this guy head over, and you're like, "Yeah, this is gonna be great." And he just like slips and falls, and he's all over the place. You're all over the place as the ship rocks. Anybody else want to try to do anything?
I kind of, with the motion and the sounds of the rain, that's the best time for me to catch some Z's. That's like lo-fi music in my ears. So I snuggle up and I take a nap in the bow of the boat or in the underside of the boat.
That's awesome. All right.
I'm going to call up to River's character.
Point us in a good direction while I steer the ship, please.
Okay, take a look around for the safest route. And let's see. I actually take out, I forget what they're called now, but it's like a telescope with the...
Yeah. Telescope.
Yeah, well, it's the ones
But
with
the
the
ones that's like attached.
Is
Yeah.
it the sextant?
Yes.
Yes, that.
Thanks.
So I'm sitting there looking around as I'm moving back and forth.
Okay.
And let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 on navigating.
Okay.
Looking for the safest route through the crazy waves.
Nice. All right. So as you're looking, it's just dark. You possibly see a little bit of light to the southwest, like maybe the clouds are breaking over there, but it's pretty far away.
So I point off to the southwest. It's a ways away, but that way.
Nice.
Do you know what time of day it is?
At this
late.
point, it's like 2 in the
Yeah.
morning.
Oh. Very.
So, yes. Oh yeah, light in the sky. I guess you wouldn't see any light in the sky. Good point.
The
But you can
moon's
see,
over
you can see
there.
like the moon. Yeah, there you go. No problem. Okay, so just for you want to do anything?
I mean, is it still pretty chaotic? Can I attempt to, instead of just try to like ram the door, can I actually just pull out my mace and try to break through it?
Sure.
Okay.
Go for it. You can attack against that.
15.
All right, easy enough. You just like, I'm getting in the store. You take out your weapon, and the door breaks apart, and you get in there. Go ahead and make a perception check for me now.
So badly. I don't think I see anything. It's a 7.
7. Okay, so yeah, you look around. You basically see very simplistic captain's quarters and papers all over the place.
Okay. I'll just. I don't need to see anything, but I'll just try to grab some papers and stuff them like in my shirt. And
Alright.
I'll walk out.
Okay.
Can I
So, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, do I hear the bang, like the smash from where I am, from where I'm sleeping or pretending to sleep?
Yes, you can very faintly hear it.
Okay. Knowing that I've worked with Jaeger a number of times, knowing that we are pirates, and knowing that there is nothing that in the inside of the ship would cause I guess a hit like that, I make my way to, I guess, a place where I can up back to not the top of the boat where the captain is, but in between of where I think what Jaeger might be doing. And as I walk up, I see him, and I turn to him and I say, "Take your time, good man. I know what you're trying to do. I'll cover you." And I kind of stand guard and try and keep my eyes on the captain, if I know where he is.
Okay.
Alright. Then I guess I would go doing that. I'll just give him a very serious nod, and I'll back in and I'll attempt to search the desk for anything.
All right. While this is happening, you guys you're starting to feel the waves and the crash and the rocking. So, because River strapped himself to the boat, he's good, but the rest of you, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, does that bless still apply or no? Or is that worn off?
It would be off by now.
Oh, okay, cool. No worries.
Yeah.
So I just threw that dice because it was a wonderful natural 1 again. Fantastic.
All right, you have 1 point of exhaustion from
Bah.
sickness.
I rolled a 6.
And you also have 1 point of exhaustion from seasickness.
I rolled a 2.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my
gosh.
Those are all so low. You all
bad.
feel that seasickness coming on. All right, so you start rummaging through the desk. You've got someone on the lookout for you. Captain is all over the place, can't stand up. You easily start to see his scribblings of this treasure, and you can see the map is leading to Luna Island, and it is leading to a temple. And there's things about keys, and there's things about the crown. The crown is amazing, worth so much money, possibly magic. Yeah, that's what you find.
Okay.
All right, and so as you're doing this, all of a sudden you just hear crack, and the ship's mast has now cracked in half and starts to fall. You can see that there's a bucket of nails nearby and some spare planks below deck. As you searched, you could see all those things. So yeah, that's what's happening.
Which mast?
Oh
It's
no!
Not the one you're in. That one's nice and tall and big and a little
Worry
sturdier.
there.
So, I guess only Mateus and I have been below deck. So I'll just run past and say, "We need to put up the wood." Run below
And I
deck.
say to him, and I say, "Yes, I'm right behind you." And I kind of peer into the captain's quarters. Is there anything shiny that's there before
Go
I
ahead
follow
and
my
make
comrade?
a perception check.
Anything shiny? That's a sentence.
I rolled 17.
All right, 17. You look around. There is not very much. All you see is his like silver mug that he probably drinks out of.
Good enough. I fake a tumble, and I'm like, "Jaeger, I'll be there behind you." Oh dear! And I kind of stumble into the captain's quarters. Take the silver mug, and then follow Jaeger right behind him, kind of stumbling and being over dramatic in trying to, because I'm affected by the storm apparently.
All right, sounds good. Oh, we're not out of the storm. Back to crazy music. Okay, so you easily swipe the mug, the silver, and you, easily take it. Jaeger, you go down, gather supplies. So why don't you're obviously gonna try to fix this mess. So go ahead and make an athletics or an acrobatics check to see how well you manage around.
Okay, and while he does that, I'm going to inspire him. I'm going to say to him, I say, "Jaeger, my friend, I want to tell you a story. There once was a man named Jaeger." And I'm trying to speak to this, and I'm gonna kind of use a bit of thaumaturgy to amplify my voice, not to scream, but to kind of keep it soothing in his ear. And then, so I say, there once was a man named Jaeger, who in his heart was never a faker. Our ship took a dip, but he ended up fixing the ship, and everyone was better a lot later. And then I kind of...
Did you just come up with that off the top of your head?
Straight off the top of the dome, bro. That's why I was trash.
That was fantastic, bro.
Rap battle. I think there's future rap battles coming.
Literally, that was great.
Yeah, and so, and then, so I say, I'm going back down to get more supplies for you. And I go back to my resting place and see if I can catch some Aussies.
Very nice.
Before you leave, I just give you a strong nod and say, "That was excellent throws, my friend." Do I get any bonus from anything, or was it just?
Yeah, you get a. What's my inspiration? I think it's 1d8 at the moment with my level. Yeah.
As Mateus is saying this lovely thing to you, and smiling all big, you can kind of see that like his teeth are maybe a little bit sharper than you remember.
Interesting. Well, with his D8 and my roll, I got a 22.
22. Okay, so it looks like you have done this before. You just get the nails, you get the wood, you easily start climbing the mast and trying to, like, you're yelling at your friends, like, help me, and they easily help you, and you're able to get it looking a little bit better. Like, maybe it can catch some wind. It's not all the way up, but it's kind of leaning on the side, and you can see it billowing and catching some wind. So yeah. So as you are all trying to help with this, except for Mateus, he has gone down. He is getting some Z's. The ship, you can now see river from the top. You can see land, which is probably Luna Island, because there's nothing else in front of you, and you are not like heading towards it anymore, because this little green goblin friend has now steered your ship away. But you can see the land over there to the west.
Captain, orders.
I'd point back to the west. Land that way.
I just start steering the ship.
Nice.
Full sail, all the other stuff. Just barking commands.
Okay.
Is the old man still like on the floor flopping like a fish, or is he like?
He is. He's kind of just given up at this point. Like, he knows he can't stand very well on the rocking ship. He just kind of yells out, "I told you!" So you point to the west. Your ship is limping over there, but it is starting to clear up, and you're starting to actually come into the island quite fast. And you come up to the island. You see like a couple of rocks. You see the beach. You can see where you might shore up, and the ship just kind of like the captain is just like, anchor, anchor, and what do you guys do?
I yeet the anchor off the ship.
Okay, make a strength check.
That's another natural one, bro.
I was gonna say, I want to see a goblin hitting.
This little tiny goblin is like, anchor right, and he goes over there alone, and he's just like, I can't move it.
I see him struggling, and I'll rush over and try to help him.
Nice. Go ahead and make a strength.
Hey, he's just sitting there trying to push it.
So if I help him, he gets advantage.
Okay, go ahead and roll again.
Okay, that's a 17 plus 5.
Ooh, okay,
Wow.
so all of a sudden you just feel like, yeah, I got this, and you just lift the thing over your head and huck it off the ship. It plops
I might have been
into
helping a little.
You didn't notice that there's these like feathers right below your hands as you throw it off, and the anchor plops into the water. You hear it just, and then the ship spins, and you barely just kind of hit the bottom, and the ship kind of lurches, and all of you just and fall over to the other side of the ship. But you are all still on the ship, and the ship has docked. Well, not docked, but arrived safely. And as you look in front of you, the storm has subsided, and you see a deep, jungly island that's only maybe like 50 feet away from your boat.
You know, guys. Sorry, go ahead.
You first.
You know, guys, I was thinking while that was happening, how do pirates know that they are pirates? They think, therefore they are.
Love it.
Excellent, Captain. Excellent.
Very much so.
Nice. Okay, so you guys find the little boat that fits all of your crew nicely. You get in that, you paddle to shore, and the captain looks out and says, Luna Island, we meet again. So you arrive to the island, and the captain knows exactly where to go. He's got the map. He starts leading you into the jungle, and you look around. You just see trees upon trees and lots of fauna and flora of bright colors. The sea salty air starts to dissipate, and now it just feels like a thick, humid cloud around you. You start to sweat from all the heat and the humidity and all of your thick piratey clothes. Once in a while, you just feel a little like bite on your cheek, and you slap it as there's mosquitoes everywhere. And then all of a sudden, you arrive at this stone structure, and your group now stands in front of a great stone temple at the heart of the island. A large, dark opening looms before you, leading into a long, straight passageway. On the outside walls of the temple, strange text has been scribbled into the stone. Behind you stands the thick jungle from which you recently emerged. And, yeah, it's daylight now as well.
I lean over. I guess we've all come as a party, and I lean over and I say loud enough for everyone to hear. Co-Captain Accord, it seems that you're quite familiar with this place, saying, Luna, we meet again, but it's quite ambiguous for us. What do we anticipate? It seems that you didn't know about the storm. I guess no one can, especially for a captain who's been on the seas for so many years. But poor form. I'm going to record that down when I write my memoirs and of this adventure. Amateur hour, to say the least. But, co-captain, I'm going to ask you, is there something that we should be aware of? This isn't the first time you've been here, have you? And this is not... You know of the dangers. Please be forthright. Be transparent, would you?
What happened to your other crew?
Well, I'll tell you this. We made it this far. I didn't want to go into this temple, so the crew did. They never came back. That's all I got.
Can I see if he's lying or not?
Yeah. Go ahead and make an insight check.
All right, cool. 18.
18. Yeah, he seems pretty legit. Forthright.
Legit in the sense that he didn't want to go into the temple, but his crew did, or like
yes.
In his whole story? Okay, cool.
His whole story seems very true.
Okay.
I walk over and start seeing if I can read the text on the temple.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make a history check for me.
And that would be a 4.
A 4. Okay, so you see lots of scribbling all over the walls, and you see hundreds of different people's scripts. Like, it all looks like it's in different handwriting. So you can't necessarily read all of them, but you can read a couple of ones that are in the language that you know, and some of them just say, like, I am not worthy, and do not enter, and things like that.
Turn around, look to the group. A bunch of people said they weren't worthy to enter and tell everybody else not to enter the temple.
Maybe I'm worthy.
There is no doubt that you are, Captain. And I look at, what's his name, Captain Accord, like as if to say, absolutely, he's my captain. And then I alongside, River, what's his name? I can't see the thing.
River
is
River.
River?
Yeah. River
oh, okay, cool. Oh, okay, River. Thank you. I go alongside, and I'm specifically looking for anything a fellow pirate would, like in Thieves' Cant, or anything specific to, yeah, something that a fellow pirate would have a look at and see. Anything that is not obvious to the common eye.
Okay. Go ahead and make perception check.
Can I do the same thing but an undercommon?
That's
Sure.
that's a 7.
A 7. So you can see a couple of more. They kind of say the same thing, like, no one is worthy, and I thought I was the one.
I got a 11.
11? Okay, so you can see there's probably about a good, like, 17 different languages on this wall.
There sure are a lot of languages, y'all.
You can also tell that the door is almost like polished nice and clean where you would touch it to open it. Like many people have been through these doors.
I turn to the captain and I say,
How many people have you had through here?
Well, there's probably about 10 of us last time. But they were just people I picked up on the streets. They didn't have fighting skills.
So, you're saying that there's at least 10 people in here?
Well, if they're still alive, yeah.
Is there any more than 10?
I don't know. That's who I came with. Well, so it'd be 9, because I was one of those 10.
How many trips did you make?
We just made the one.
Insight.
if I can, because I feel like he's lying out of his. I hate this dice. It's the second dice I've had to throw away. That's a natural one.
He seems like he's telling the truth.
Look at that.
He's pretty trustworthy, guys. I say let's go in.
How about these?
I go to the captain, and I kind of look at him in his eyes, and it seems like, and with a bit of intensity, and I say, "After you, Captain. Now you lead the way," and in a way to kind of persuade him to say, if there's a trap or if there's anything, you either come forthright or you be honest about it, or you're going to deal with the consequences of receiving the first brunt of the trap yourself, or you let us know now so we can help you in this. So kind of putting him in this position of, you're not going to try and scam us or kind of make us cannon fodder or, the lambs to the slaughter kind of stuff.
Okay. He just looks at you. He's like,
What do you say you go first? And I give you 30%.
Now you want to play those games? That's okay. Great. I turn to Captain Renzi. I say, "See, I'm merely just the worker in this adventure. Today, I relinquish my power. It's over to you, Renzi. You choose what you want to do."
Make him know that my time is worth more than 50%. He kind of like...
Well, there you go. As the power play continues, captain against captain, it's about bravery and courage, but also about money. You cough up 50% for Captain Renzi, and he will take the lead.
okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I'll
While
take the
they're
lead.
talking, River starts going over the door and looking specifically for traps.
Okay.
Am I doing that, or am I assisting Renzi? The persuasion.
You can assist.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And sorry, River, explain what you were doing again. I was distracted
Just
by my...
looking for traps on the door and around in front of the door, that area
Cool.
specifically.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
28.
28 perception. Woo!
Nice. He sees into the future. He sees at the end of this.
That's awesome. Yeah, you look around and you see it is not trapped. There is a magical barrier that you can walk through. You notice that, but you've seen these kinds of things before in your pirating plunders, and they usually just create a cool magical effect.
A cool magical effect or a magical effect?
A cool, safe, wonderful magical effect. Renzi, what'd you get? Renzi. Hawk.
Wait, what? Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. Make a persuasion check, and it's advantage because Mateus was helping you.
All right. That's a nice, wonderful. You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Nice, wonderful, natural 20, boys.
Oh!
Nice.
Oh man, nice.
Yeah.
So, you, as you're looking at Mateus and he is giving you this confidence, all of a sudden you see his eyes kind of slit, the pupils in his eyes slit, and then they go back. It's almost, you blink and you try to see if you saw something, but he looks normal now. And so then Captain just looks at you. He says, all right, 50%. Go first.
Lead the way, Captain.
You're right behind me, though. Somebody make sure he's, behind. He's co-captain, so he has to be second.
I
not
will
kinda-
stand in protection of our other captain.
And I walk forward.
I'll
All
take
right.
up the rear.
As
And,
they walk up towards the door, I turn around after, looking, and I was like, there's no traps. There's something magical here, though.
Okay.
One of you
So-
magic types will have to figure that one out.
Hearing that from River, Renzi, you get confidence and you just walk straight in.
Yep.
And then as you open the doors, you see a very, very dark space. You can't see anything. And then all of a sudden, these torches on the side light up, and then more light up and more light up. And it keeps going down and down and down into this very long hallway. But these torches now make it so that you can see where you're going. And it's just a long hallway. So as you guys enter, you go down the hallway. Nothing seems to happen. And then you enter this, you see this big central chamber, which is a large circular chamber that is 40 feet in diameter. And at the center of the room is a large horizontal stone wheel with a handle sticking out from one side. Across the room is a large closed stone door with a carving of a crown on it. Behind you is a doorway straight back to the corridor, which you just entered, and you can see that the stone in the room in front of you is indeed locked.
As we're walking in, Renzi just stops for a second and he goes,
I was thinking, what do you get if you cross a pirate and a tropical fruit? A bandana.
What else?
and then he walks forward. These are so cheesy and I'm sorry, but these are fantastic. I don't care anymore.
I love it. All right. So he's just making crazy puns that kind of echo into the distance.
Question. Did our points of exhaustion deplete or not deplete, but do we still have it? Or is it?
Yes, you do still have it because
okay.
the only, well, except for Mateus. Mateus took a nice snooze while you guys were fixing the mast. So he's fine.
Awesome.
Yeah, a long rest is the only way to get rid of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you can see on the screen, this is kind of what the room looks like. It's got the wheel. You can see that it turns. You see the room from which you came. You see the locked door in front of you with the crown symbol on it. What do you do?
Can I see if there's like a particular wear pattern in the floor where people have been walking in the past?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like footprints or something like that?
Make perception check.
I have to do it. This is an ability check, yeah. 12. 11.
11? Alright, so you can see pretty much that people have walked around the wheel, and then they have walked straight to the locked door, and they have walked back from whence you came. Seems to be the worn parts of the stone floor.
I turn to co-captain Accord, and I say to him, you've mentioned, when it comes to this part, what did you do from here?
Well, like I told you, I've never been in here.
Okay, can I just quickly suss out to make sure that he's 100%
Yes.
legit?
Go ahead, make an insight check again.
That's a natural 20 for 23.
Oh, nice. So yes, you get a sense that he is lying. He seems very fixed on the wheel and that next door. Just his eyes are staring at it. But yeah, so you get a sense that he has indeed at least been in this room before.
Okay, then to play along with him, I'm going to say, understood, but in your experience as a captain and in your wisdom as such a traveler of the seas, what would you do in this particular circumstance? Try and tell me what you would do, and I cast Charm Person on him.
Oh, all right.
Aga.
Does he make a saving throw?
He has to do a Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Okay. That is an 11.
So I'm just trying to pry out as much information, any previous attempts he's made that's failed, just so history doesn't repeat itself, or anything that he's just encouraging him to help us open this thing.
Okay, and I'm assuming he failed, right? So he's charmed?
Yeah, he's charmed.
Okay. So he just kind of looks at Mateus with this like delightful smile, and he starts to explain, you know what? Actually, yeah, he's been here before. He's come into this room. He knows that this room is like a puzzle, and when you rotate the wheel, all of a sudden the doors start to rotate, and you get different experience with each wheel rotation. But the very first time that they rotated the wheel, they entered a room that completely killed off his crew, and he hitched tail and ran. And so he's only entered one other room besides this room, and indeed his whole crew died, and he left.
As I'm getting this information from him, hopefully he's saying this loud enough so real Captain Renzi understands, everyone's getting this information. Okay, cool.
So what?
I'll be right back. Someone's knocking on my door. I'm so sorry. I'll be back.
Yeah, that's fine.
So what was the position of the wheel for the death?
I don't remember.
Really?
I'm an old man. I don't remember these things.
Maybe I should jog your memory.
I mean, in all seriousness, he killed all of his people the first time. What's the chances of it happening again?
Very good. Can I go inspect
the wheel and see if I can determine if it's been moved recently and how far, maybe?
Sure. Go ahead, make a perception check.
I mean, he could not be the smartest, because, you know, it does take pirates a long time to learn the alphabet. And it's because they spend so many years at sea.
Oh my gosh. ABC. No, I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay. 16.
Oh my gosh, I love it. 16. Okay. So, in inspecting the device in the wheel, you can see that it has. It looks like there's 4 different like spots that you can kind of put it in. You notice there's a golden knob on the side to kind of keep track of where you have gone. You can also tell that the symbol, the crown symbol on the door across from you has been very scratched and worn from side to side. And then you see across from you, there's another place almost for a symbol that's blank, and it's been scratched from side to side. And as
Where are we currently standing?
You are currently in front of this door. Let me get ya tokens out. I'll just kind of, well, he went to inspect the wheel. So you're all kind of piled right here. You can also
and the door
tell...
closest to us is the one we came through or wanting to go into?
No, you're currently standing where you came from. So the room across the room is the one with the crown. You can also tell that the wheel is very easy to turn.
I'm going to make my way over to this door. I'm not going to like full on walk into it, but I just want to inspect the door to see if I see anything.
Okay. As you look at this door, you can see that there are 6 different spots, different keyhole spots.
Okay.
So the door is solidly locked, but it's very easy to tell you need 6 keys to get into this door.
Would I assume the keys could be somewhere in this room?
You could assume. You don't know.
Can I make a quick look?
Look, see? Yeah, make a perception check.
Okay, well, this is going to be a great, wonderful, natural 2.
A 2? Cool.
Yeah.
You have no idea where you get those keys.
I take a moment, as I do, the lazy one that I am. I lean up against the wall. I just find a place to sit. I close my eyes and I just start to meditate. And I'm going to phone a friend and ask, get a probably recommendation to see what the chat would do as I pensively reflect on the opportunities and the options we have.
Okay.
Good choice.
Do you want them to make like a poll where they vote, or do you want them to just type into chat like what you think they should do?
Hey Solux, this is my first time. I don't know which one would be more
you
beneficial.
Do, man.
No, I would say just get the chat to just give us suggestions, because right now we don't really have any options that are limited. So anything goes.
All right, guys, go ahead in the chat. Tell us what we should do as an adventuring team.
Maybe you said there's 4 positions, right?
Yeah.
So it's currently in one of the 4 positions. So it's like northwest, east, south.
Yep.
So maybe we just have them in the chat do northwest, east, south.
Smart.
Yeah.
Okay. So Techie, can you go ahead and make a poll for us? That yes, east. All the options.
I think I would also like to cast Detect Magic.
Ooh.
Assuming that keys maybe are magic.
Okay. Go for
Knowing that the effect of Charm Person is wearing thin, I quickly just speak to.
Okay,
I
poll
think
is in chat. Go ahead and vote. Which direction?
Nice. Just check with River and potentially Jaeger if there's any more information he wants me to get out of Captain Accord before the spell wears off.
Oh, okay.
Has he ever found peace?
Okay. So in his charmed mode, he says, "No, I never know. Never saw a key." And he's very forthright because he's still charmed.
Your attempts were foolhardy, friend.
On our way in, did we see any other paths leading the hallway, or is this just a long hallway with nothing?
Yeah, it was just a dark hallway. Nowhere to go but here.
Does my detect magic ping anything?
Yes. So both of the doors kind of light up, and one lights up green and one lights up red. So the one right behind you is like in a red frame basically, and the other one is green. And that's about it.
Okay.
All right. Chat has voted that you go to the east.
East.
I stand up and I say, I'm getting the feeling. I have a sense. It's intuition. Call it a gut instinct, as all of us pirates do. East it is. East it must be.
Isn't east where we came from?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Let me reflect. Let me go back to my reflection.
So yeah, as you look at the knob on the wheel, it is indeed in the east position. Nothing happens.
Okay, I'm gonna just push it forward to the next spot. So I'm gonna push it forward south. And while I have detect magic, I might want to see what happens to the color of those doors.
Okay, so you start to turn the wheel, and all of a sudden you just hear, and you see that the doors are now sliding out of view from your green and red frames. And as you push it and push it and push it, you start to see two more doors come into the frame and stop. And now you can see that on the green door there is a symbol of a foaming, a symbol of like a vial, basically. And then on the red door you see a symbol of a fist.
Are they also? Do they also look really scratched up? Is one less scratched up than the other?
They're both scratched sideways, like they've been rotated a bunch of times. Yeah, so they're both scratched equally as much.
Okay. And does beyond the doors, do I sense anything? The range with detect magic is it's 30 feet, so I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, no.
So there's a fist, and what's the other? What does it say on the other door?
It's like a bottle, a vial. Should we
just keep
vote
turning
again?
it so
Do
we
another
Yeah,
poll?
is this another
Yeah.
poll opportunity?
This was- I
Or
was
yeah, you
just-
could turn it again.
I'm a put in my token of chat call.
Somebody should write down what the doors are in what position.
So right now,
We started
Which-
east.
East
Oh.
was
Direction did we
2
go?
crowns, right?
2 crowns and entrance. This one is. Are we to the south or to the north?
We're to the south. We have Fist to the west and Vial to the east in the lower position.
While we're doing this, can I just have a look and see if there's any inscription on the walls, maybe familiar ones that were similar to the ones in the entrance? You know, this whole unworthy thing, like, is there a pattern? Is there something that's ongoing? Anything like that I can link to the inscription that was at the front gate or the front wall.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
That's a natural one, so I'm still in my reflection and deep meditation.
Yeah, you notice nothing.
All right.
I mean, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, should I turn to the next spot and we'll see what the next set of symbols are? We can just determine what all the symbols are.
Which spot are we in right now?
Well, we
We're in
have a poll going up
Okay.
as to if you go in the fist door or the vial door.
Oh, okay.
But yes, if you want to keep turning to see what all the symbols are while they vote, we can.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, the treasure is just a hop, skiff, in a way. Jump away, excuse me.
Skiff, hot skiff in a way.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh my gosh, I did not realize this was a joke. That's awesome. Okay, what's happening? What are you doing? Sorry.
So for my notes, I was trying to figure out what direction is the golden knob.
So the gold knob is now dropped into the south.
South.
section. Okay, so
right.
chat voted that you go through the door with the vial.
Okay.
Keep spinning or just go?
I would say we commit to the vial, but then we just we'll do a quick investigation
Yeah.
to see what the remaining door symbols are, and then we'll go into the vial.
Exactly.
So I'll push it to the west position.
Okay, you
And-
slide it so that the gold knob is on the west.
Yep.
And in the green door, you see a symbol of a question mark. And on the red door, you see a symbol of a sword.
Okay. And I'll do the same thing and to the north position.
Okay. So in the north position, the green door has a symbol of a treasure chest. And the red door, there's a symbol of music.
Yeah, that vial one seems less and less appealing, but when you hear the treasure chest,
Yeah, I
hey,
saw
we
vial,
committed.
my
We've
first thought
committed.
was poison.
You gotta get the fans what they want, you know?
We've committed, man. That's us.
All right.
All right.
So you guys rotate that wheel so that you have the
Back
vial
to south.
back to the south, and you go over to the door. You get up to the door. The door is not locked. It easily opens,
Mm-hmm.
and we open the door. And as you open it, you see what looks to be another tavern. There's wooden floors, tables, a long bar. At the far side of the room, you see a dwarf sitting there. He's the only person there. And he kind of looks over, notices you, and then starts to beckon you forward. So, you
I have a
walk
feeling that we have to go towards this because there's a whole bunch of voices in my head that say go do it. So I'm gonna go do it.
forward. Okay, so you start
I
to walk.
I follow my captain.
I'll
You
walk
walk
forward.
You follow your captain.
Aye, aye.
You get up to the dwarf, and he looks at you all. Says,
Hello. I've been waiting a long time for you. My name is Galen Boz. I am a dwarf that has been stuck here for many, many years.
How many years?
I can't even recall. In fact, it doesn't even make sense. I eat no food, I drink no water, and yet I still live. This is a prison. I don't know how long time
Are you
it's been.
Are you saying we just locked ourselves in here?
No, the door is free to walk out of. But
Then why have you never chosen to walk out of this door?
I am stuck. You guys can come and go as much as you want, but I am stuck here. And so, I offer you a deal.
And he kind of looks over at the bar, and you can see there are a bunch of glowing colored glass vials, all of different shapes and sizes. You see a blue, a green, a red, a purple, a gold, and a black vial. And he says, if you take the challenge to drink out of one of these vials, and you choose correctly, there will not be any poison in it. But some of them are indeed poison. Now, if you get poisoned and you fall over dead as doornail, I get to go free. Soul for a soul. But if I drink the poison, then you get to proceed and get this key that is in my pocket that I know you want. I am keeper of the keys. By fate, whether I like it or not, but I want out of here.
I mean, do pirates like to fight? Sort of. So let's do it.
Okay, so
That one was a stretch.
I don't even get it. I don't know what that one was.
Sword of.
Sword
Like
of,
sword.
I see.
Yeah.
I see
How-
what you did
That was
there.
bad.
How did you die?
Are
Did
you
you
asking
drink the poison?
Gallon?
Yes.
Gallon says, yes, I came here seeking the keys and failed.
Do you have a key?
I do have a key. And he kind of like opens up his jacket, and in his pocket you can see a gold shining key. He opens up his jacket, and you see on the other side he has another key.
How do we get both keys?
Both keys you all drink.
What if I could save you and no one drinks?
Make what?
I mean, if you can break this curse somehow, by all means.
Maybe. But I also like to drink. So I will drink.
Okay.
How many
Alright.
vials were there?
There are 6 vials. So, yeah, as many of you can take a vial as you want. There's blue, green, red, purple, gold, or black. Which one would you like to choose?
Can I see if one looks more like poisonous, i.e., bubbly or anything like that?
Sure. Go ahead, make perception roll.
I'm going to bless us all again. Well, no, sorry. Never mind. Let's not play that.
JK. People are saying poll time. Do one of you want to message the chat as to which vial you should pick?
How many attempts of messaging chat do we have?
Oh, you can do as
Me?
much as you want.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sweet.
Oh.
I'll let the chat decide which color I take.
Okay.
But also at the same time, I turn to Accord, and I say, Captain, Co-Captain Accord, surely you will partake in this as well. Which color are you going to choose?
Ugh. This is where I
That-
did a DM fail. Before you enter the room, you just see Captain Accord, and he says, "You're not getting me to go in any of these rooms." And he just sits down in the center of the room and will not follow you into the room.
So we can see him still, like sitting down in the far side, or has the
Yeah.
door closed behind us?
No, you can. It's open. You can see him. He's just kind of like waving at you.
Yeah, basically until we take the drink, the door stays open.
I will drink last because I may be able to help you if you die.
Okay. You're gonna drink last. Sounds good. Anyone wanna?
So, the chaoticness that is River. walks
Okay, wait.
over to
First,
the-
Techie, if you could give us a poll for Mateus, The colors again are blue, green, red, purple, gold, and black. I don't know. Can you do that many options? If not, just pick some.
Yeah.
I was going to say the blue one will be taken.
Oh, blue one's taken. So you can take that one out. So, okay, go ahead, River. Explain
Basically, River just chaotically says, why not? Walks over, picks up the blue vial.
YOLO!
YOLO! Okay, so.
Solix, you may need to stop the music and restart it.
Oh, really? You can't.
Sorry. No, it's really skippy and really bad, and this is something that happens with this app. So you have to stop it, restart it, and it should be good.
Like reload the page or just play again?
Reload the page. Be on the safe side.
Am I gonna lose by?
You shouldn't.
Only if you
It
didn't
should
save
be.
it.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Perfect. Works. Sounds better. Way better.
Okay, thank you.
You're
I don't
welcome.
want to annoy everybody.
I lean over to Gallon Boz and say, "My good man, see the man sitting down, not partaking in this festive occasion. Can you tell me anything about him at all?"
You ask Gallon this?
Yeah.
Okay, so Gallon looks over there. She says, I've seen so many souls. I have no idea if he's familiar or not.
Okay.
I got a 5 from that thing from earlier, that roll from earlier, to see which one looks more poisonous or not.
Oh, you got a 5?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, they look all the same.
I don't know which one looks bad or not, so I'm just going to yoink the gold one and hope it works.
Okay. So Renzi takes the gold. Mateus, it looks like you're taking green.
Ah, yes, of course. That won't look
Of
like
course.
poison. Thank
Well,
you, chat.
Chat
Far
just
out.
loves it.
Okay.
Chat's like, what can we do to get them dead?
And then they ask, "Where was my villain story? How did it begin?" It began with the chat. That's what happened.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, can I do something?
Sure.
Chat, decide whether I get the gold or the black. Did somebody take the black one already?
Nope.
All
You're
right,
still sitting there.
gold or black,
Okay, Techie, if we could do another poll, gold or black.
and then
that
can
would
we
be
get
great.
some hearts in chat for Techie because he's been fantastic.
Yay, Techie!
Thank you, Techie.
Arr, arr.
All right, so as they're voting, Jaeger, what are you gonna do? Oh, because you're going last, but
I'm
you
going
should
last.
choose one.
I guess I will take is it orange?
Nope. There's red, purple, gold, or black. So obviously we don't know if you can take gold or black. So if you want to wait,
I'll take red then.
take it red.
I mean, I won't drink it yet, but I'm
Right, you're grabbing it. Sounds good. I will also take this time to say, according to our schedule, we've got some Discord games happening now, I believe, in T-minus 4 minutes. I'm sure there's people already in there playing. So if you guys want to play some games with people, you can definitely jump in there. Maybe keep the stream up, lurk in it, listen to it as you play your games. But yeah, head to the Discord. Oh, it was a tie.
Yes, but Kieran did say black last minute, so I will grab the black one.
Nice. Okay, black is taken. All right, so Galen looks at all of you, and he says, "All right, all of you are drinking a vial. You could get 2 keys. Let's see how this happens." So
Is he drinking a vial as well?
he takes the ones that are left over, and he mixes all of them together into one vial, and yeah, he holds it up to his mouth, and just says, "Be my guest." Who wants to go first?
I
We're
will.
already in,
YOLO.
basically.
Okay, so Hawk, you can go first. Renzi, you took the black vial,
Mm-hmm.
so you are going to take a d20, make a roll, and you are going to add +2 to your roll because that vial tasted oh so sweet.
19.
19. Okay, so you down this black liquid and just kind of shiver, and you're like, that tastes pretty good. And you feel totally fine.
Perfect.
Okay, next. River, you want to go next?
Yep.
Okay, Blue. So you take this vial, make your roll as you start to drink. Oh, it tastes terrible. It tastes like vinegar and salt with a little bit of fish, and then just this like punch to your stomach, and you have to do a -2 to your roll.
17.
17. Okay, you just kind of like choke it down, kind of wait for a few seconds. You feel okay. You feel just fine. So next, I guess, Mateus, you're next because Jaeger said he go last. So go ahead.
Yeah. Yep.
Are these
Okay,
a
so what do I
certain
do?
Type of are these a certain type of saving roll?
Yes.
What?
Well, I mean, I just have numbers that you have to beat, basically. So you don't get to add anything to your roll except for what you're drinking.
Yeah.
So right now, I just need to roll a d20.
Yes, but why are you asking?
Just because if it's a certain type of saving throw, I may be able to do something to help us. But...
I see. Yep. Nope. You cannot.
Okay, I got a 7.
A 7. Okay, and you drank the green
The
vial.
green one.
Okay, so you start to drink this liquid, and this is the third thing that we're drinking here, right? Okay, so you start to drink this green vial, and it doesn't taste good. It doesn't taste horrible. It's kind of like dirt, maybe, and grass a little bit. So you're drinking, and we're gonna do a -1 to your roll.
I thought it was organic. I thought it was healthy. It's just wheatgrass and all the rest
Yeah.
of kale and all that nastiness.
Yes.
So all of a sudden you start to choke, and you're coughing, and you just completely lose it and pass out on the ground unconscious.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. I appreciate it. And as I pass out, I'm going to I want to do a performance on it and over dramatize
Nice.
and then
Nice.
I'm out.
So all of a sudden this very dramatic performance is like, and he falls on the ground, and all of a sudden you see this tail come from nowhere and just kind of like land over his leg. And yeah.
That was weird. Before I drink, I'm going to lean over and grab his tail.
Okay.
I'm going to look at it, but I will cast Spare the Dying.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We're no longer unconscious.
You are no longer unconscious. Does he like come back with 1 hit point, or how does that work?
If he hits 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable. So yeah, he just has like 1 hit point.
All right. So you just kind of cough a little bit, and you look and you see this very angelic. I don't know. Are you still hiding your feathers?
Well, not anymore, apparently.
I don't know.
You don't see physical feathers, but you see in your hazy state, almost this like translucent feathered wings behind my back, and a vague glow behind my head.
Nice. I mean, we already saw a picture of your character, so we know you have wings. So, but yes, you see this very angelic Jaeger. He's just holding your tail, and you come to.
I said, "Welcome back. We will talk about this later."
And I like in this is probably the first time in ever you see Mateus lose composure and just snatch his tail away and just thank you. And he goes up to his what's it called? He goes up to where the the counter is on the bar, and just kind of really tries to shake it off, and turns to Jaeger and says, after you.
Well, if this goes poorly, I will see you on the other side. I'll drink my vial.
Drink your vial. Make a roll. You picked the red vial, so you start to drink it, and all of a sudden you're reminded of home and the meal that you would have whenever you needed some comfort food, and you get to add +1 to your roll.
11.
You start to choke a little bit, and you just kind of compose yourself, and you guys see as he's just tensing up and tense and waiting, and he looks horrid, and he starts to turn bright red, and then all of a sudden it eases off, and he stands up straight, and he's like, I think I'm good. And you're fine. So Gallon looks at all of you, and he just goes, "Ugh," and he just swigs his vial and goes, not again, and he falls over, completely unconscious, and both keys fall out of his pocket.
I go pick him up.
I'm gonna go over to him. And is he like a physical being?
Well, are you gonna inspect him? Are you gonna touch him?
Yeah. So I think I'll just like slide the keys over to Renzi.
Oh, River said he picked him up.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I won't do that then.
Okay.
But yeah, I just want to like, does he feel like a being? Is he like?
As you reach out and you touch him, he completely fades away and disappears.
I start walking out of the room.
Okay.
This is freaky.
I'll follow.
What's it called? Frantically hop over to the counter and try and find anything that I see or recognize to be like potion of healing or potion or something that can regain my, just my health.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Esca. Okay, that's a 14.
14. Okay, so you look around and you see a ton of vials under the bar, and as you're looking, you see a bright glowing red drink and a bright glowing green drink, and then everything else just kind of looks very similar to what you have been looking at and tasting.
Okay, I'm in desperate need of health. Do I know any of my party members who might be, gracious or generous enough to support me in healing me?
I can.
Okay, so as you all start to walk out, Mateus is just like, what? And he's like still coughing.
So I'll go over to him and I will cast. Cure
But just before he does, I say, wait. You must always leave your life on the edge. And I swig one of the vials, either the green or red, and I'll let the chat choose which one they want us to try. Because if one goes to healing, then you can save yourself your healing spell.
Yes, indeed. Okay, chat. Go ahead. Go ahead and vote for green or red. If Techie is listening and can make a poll, that would be wonderful.
If chat's not there, I'll end up going with red, because clearly from what I just experienced, green was not the one I would be keen to choose.
Well, they are indeed voting. It's tied right now. Oh, green's in the lead. Oh, nope, it's tied again. Stop tying the poll.
It seems like Mateus does not learn from previous experience.
Yes, green vial again. Oh man, this is great.
The insanity of Mateus.
Yeah, red is in the lead. If any of you are listening can vote in the poll, do it now. Jaeger, are you also going to heal, or are you going to wait to see what's going on?
I'm waiting to see what happens.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, so you are going to take probably the red vial. Oh, nope, someone tied it right there at the end.
minute.
Of course. All right, so you said you're going to take the red vial then, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, delay. It's totally fine. So you are going to take a sip from this red vial, and you start to feel all sorts of warm and fuzzy inside because you did indeed drink a potion of healing. Good job.
Okay. DM, do you roll like how many hit points I recover?
I don't remember actually. Anybody remember what potion of healing is like?
I think it's 1d8, but 1d8 plus something.
Yeah.
You regain 2d4 plus 2 hit points when you drink.
Okay, so
At least that's what Google says.
Yeah.
Depends on
The other thing was the spell.
So 2d4 plus 2 or
Yep.
2d4 plus 4? 2d4 plus 2. Okay, here we go. 6 plus 2. 8 points. I'm back in the game. And
8 points
yeah,
healing.
Pog.
And as I take that swig, I pocket the other vial, the green vial, and I say to Jaeger, you are truly one of my closest companions after you. And I walk, and just before he turns, I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, what you just saw, that remains between the two of us, yeah?
I will give him I'll give him a wink for now.
Okay.
Just a wink. Okay. All right. With that, you all head back into the room. What you gonna do?
Chat. Where do you want us to rotate to?
Okay. Yes, we could do another poll. You guys love this poll stuff.
Oh,
so
100%.
I think if we want, we can just kind of put all the symbols in there. We know that the crown door is locked. We've been in the vial, so that leaves a fist, a question mark, a sword, a treasure chest, or a music note.
And we only need to recover 2 more
There
keys,
are
yeah?
6 keys.
6, so you
Oh,
need
6 keys. Okay.
So we gotta hit at least 2 other doors, hopefully.
We need 4 more keys, please.
Okay, poll is up. Where do you want to send these ventures?
Need some like Jeopardy music right now.
Carry on. I don't think you can see the poll if you're on mobile. So that might be why you can't see it.
You can, but you have to refresh the stream, like close out of the stream, click on it, and it will populate again. It's a pain.
Hawk knows the deets.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got this question mark. Is people want to know what the question mark is? And then we've got 2 votes for the sword and 1 for the music note. No one wants the fist or the treasure chest. And indeed, it looks like the question mark is going to take the winner.
Okay.
The
Okay.
chat just loves the unknown, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So,
We'll
can you
rotate
remember
the
how to
doors.
rotate the door to the question mark?
To the west.
To the west. So you take the wheel, rotate it into the west position, and indeed you see the question mark. The door
Green
is
door.
not locked. Easy access.
Captain One or Captain Accord. At this point, I do not believe you can manipulate. And I think you should come with us this time.
Not going with you, not going nowhere. This is why I hired you. This is why you get 50%. This is why I provided the ship and the map and my knowledge, and I'm not going.
Make it
You are going-
75%. and you don't have to go.
That's not how it works, friend. I'm staying right here.
You are dying here, or you are dying in the room?
Nope.
You can go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Not intimidation.
Oh yeah, you can do intimidation. Either one, whatever you prefer.
My persuasion's probably better than my intimidation. Yeah, he's not going.
Okay, he stays put. So, you all are heading into the question mark room. Oh yeah.
Pog. Let's
Oh
go.
yeah. So, get my music going. As you come into here, you see a large stone room with a table on the right of the door. On the table is a piece of chalk. On the walls across the back of the room are 4 riddles written on plaques. Yeah, that's what you see.
As we walk in, good old Renzi goes, pirates are always very healthy. They never have a deficiency in vitamin C.
It's your Captain Accord in the background.
I walk past and I lean in to Captain Renzi and I say, my dear friend, that one actually physically hurt me and I just almost died. Please keep them coming. I need this in my life. And I go and I just, read one of the riddles that are on the wall.
Okay. You go up to the first plaque and you see a riddle that says, if a pirate ye be, and ye get in a fight, ye might need to be wearing this if ye lose half your sight.
Sounds
like an eye patch.
I was just about to say, sounds like an eye patch.
All right.
Which we are all intimately familiar with, I believe.
As I look at the plaque, is there a place that, like, is it do I answer it? Do I write it down? Like, I noticed that I guess the chalk is on the thing, but is that the writing implement that I use to provide the answer to this thing? Is there a way for us to answer the riddle without any severe consequences?
Okay, so yeah, you see the plaque, and at the very bottom of each plaque, there is a space to write.
Okay, so Jaeger, I go over to Jaeger and say, as I say
Mordecai
this,
says, write it in blood.
No.
Wow.
Jeez,
Mordecai.
Yeah, I call for Jaeger to grab the chalk and to put the solution, the eye patch, because I heard him when I went.
Okay. Can I reread the riddle?
Reread it? Yeah. So it says, if a pirate ye be, and ye get in a fight, ye might need to be wearing this if ye lose half your sight.
Maybe it's not the obvious answer. Maybe it's like a glass eye.
And now we're starting to get deep.
Do you wear a glass eye?
I mean, are you asking if it wears you?
No, I'm just saying, it's like, do you wear a glass eye or do you just pop a glass eye in? You wear an eye patch. An eye patch is kind of like clothing. That's my thought process.
I turn to Jaeger and I take the chalk and I say, I like the first answer, my friend, as I'm wearing an eye patch, and I say, because it relates to me, and I write eye patch on the thing. I hand it over to him and I say, now on to the next one, my good man.
Nice. So Mateus takes the lead. Even though he's down hit points, he writes the word eye patch. And all of a sudden, you see that spot where you wrote go, and it sinks into the wall, and the riddle disappears. and then an image of a key appears.
Is it
An
just
image of a
key,
key.
or is it actually a
An
key?
image. It's not an actual key.
Okay. So I guess we move on to the next riddle, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, who's gonna check this one out?
I'll walk up to it and read the next one clockwise.
Okay. So this one reads, there once was a famous pirate, one who was truly feared. A color and some facial hair. This pirate was, and on this one you actually see like spaces for letters that you can write, and you know that it's 10 letters long.
Yep.
What was-
reach out my hand for the chalk for whoever has it.
No, Mateus has it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, I handed to Rue.
And I write in Blackbeard.
Okay, he just confidently writes in the name Blackbeard, and the same thing happens. It goes, sinks in, and an image of a key appears.
Excellent. Another.
Okay, who's reading this one?
Me.
Okay, Jaeger. Jaeger goes up to it. It says, this pirate phrase is what ye get if ye take a 2x4 and place it upon a shelf inside of your freezer door.
Oh, what?
I will read it again.
Yes.
This pirate phrase is what you get if you take a 2x4
Oh,
and place it upon
Yeah.
a shelf inside
it.
of your freezer door.
You walk, you plank.
no.
Oh,
It's
all right.
shiver me timbers.
Oh, jeez, I have a list full of puns.
I
I'm
hand him the
wearing a
chalk.
costume, and I can't get that. Jeez, bro.
That was the best. That was the best.
That was a good one. That was
Alright,
a good
Jaeger.
pun.
Are you gonna write it?
Yeah.
All right, Jaeger writes it in. And same thing. He. Next riddle. This one says, the image on this pirate's flag is sure to give them all a fright. It has parts of a skeleton on a background as dark as night.
I can't remember the actual name of the flag, but it's like the Jolly something.
It's the Jolly Roger.
Roger.
Jolly
yeah.
Roger or the skull and crossbones. If they're speaking directly about anatomy or like,
Yeah.
bones and stuff, maybe it's skull and
But I
crossbones.
can't remember the main pirate. The way I heard it, and I could be wrong, but the way I heard it was like it's the pirate who had the skull and crossbones.
We'll read it again.
It's like, yeah. I'll read it again.
Okay, I will read it again. It says, the image on this pirate's flag is sure to give them all a fright. It has parts of a skeleton on a background as dark as night.
Yeah. Can we see how many letters it is?
Spacing and all that.
Nope. This one
Okay.
does not have it.
It sounds like skull and crossbones, but
Yeah. I'm.
It's skull and crossbones, or it's original. It's called the Jolly Roger, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I put
This
my
one's
hand
a bit
out
of
for
a
the
gamble, so
chalk. I put my hand out for the chalk and I go to write it.
nice.
Okay, what do you write?
Jolly Roger.
Jolly Roger. All right. You hear a chink. And the same thing happens. It goes back.
Okay.
An
Jeez.
image of a key appears, and then all of a sudden you hear like a zzz, and you look and you can see that the chic sound was just a metal door opening and drops 2 keys from the ceiling that are now dangling for you to grab.
We have 4
Nice.
keys. We need 2 more. Okay.
Who's gonna grab those keys?
I'll get him first because I'm taller than everybody.
Okay.
Oh, Captain, my Captain, thank you.
But I'll give him to the captain.
Nice. Yeah, nothing happens. You easily get those keys. Give them to Renzi. Is that what we
Yes.
mean? Okay.
Yes.
Give them to Renzi. What next?
All right. Head up back into the circle room.
I don't know, chat. Maybe. Unless somebody else here wants to decide, but
Chat's been doing us good so far.
perfectly. Yes.
Okay.
Agreed.
Really? Really? Chat's been doing all of us good so far? Okay.
Mateus is like, nah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do another poll. So once again, those options now are a fist, a sword, treasure chest, or a music note. Yeah. And then Captain Accord Dion is sitting there. Did you get any keys yet?
No.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Did you get any keys yet?
I believe in you.
That's the wrong. Did you get any keys yet?
There's no voice. Bro.
Hello?
No.
Is
There you
it there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get any keys yet?
He just stares at you, and then he looks at his wooden wheel leg, and he starts to etch like a key into the wheel, but he doesn't say anything.
That's what I thought.
River looks
I'm the
down at
captain
wheel.
now.
River looks down at the wheel, looks at his own peg leg. Eugene, you're a lot better than that. And walks off to start moving the wheel to wherever they decide.
He called his peg leg Eugene. Did I
Yes.
hear that correctly? Jeez,
Oh man, so great. All right, we've got 5
That was
votes for
fantastic.
sword. Sword is the winning symbol.
All right.
So we move it to. Oh, it's
which
actually
you
we just go
look-
to the other door.
Yeah, you look.
Yep.
You can see the sword. So let us do this.
As we enter the room, I pull my double-bladed scimitars off my back and stand ready.
Okay. Is there something specific you want to get ready, like ready action?
No, just stand ready to. I'm thinking, okay, sword might get attacked, so I am prepared to defend myself.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so you get over to this room, and you see a medium-sized room. It's about 30 feet in diameter, and waiting in the room is a human woman in gladiator's armor who is wielding a long spear. She kind of looks at you and says, "Welcome, champions. I am a Windmill Jill," and beckons you inside.
Windmill Jill.
History to know if
Good
I
name.
recognize the name.
Okay.
$15.
15. Okay, you do kind of recognize the Windmill Pirates. They are especially known to be protectors, actually.
Good woman, tell us, do you have keys and can you aid us on our quest?
She looks at you and says, you are like everyone else. Of course I have keys. I have 2 of them." And she kind of like takes this big long spear and she's holding it and moves it to the side and kind of does this, and then all of a sudden these two keys are just kind of dangling on her spear. And she does that again and puts her spear down and says, "Will you enter?"
I think it's challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. So you walk in the room?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So as you guys walk in the room, you hear, and this door closes behind you. You can hear a tiny bit of cackling from Captain Accord in the background, and you see her as she kind of like gives you a sweet nod and then stands aside and kind of points to the back of the room. And in the back of the room, you can see the back of this huge chair, and then it starts to rotate. And as it rotates, you see this giant ogre with these huge muscles, and he stands up, and he's towering a good 12 feet tall as he stands. He then grabs an axe that's on the side of his chair, puts it in both fists, and stares at all of you and goes, "Ah!" And initiative.
On.
As River watches the ogre stand up, he just looks down at Rinzi next to him and says, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
I mean, we could try to play rock, paper, scissors and see if it wants to do that way. But that's up to y'all.
Good indeed.
23.
Question: Where did Windmill Jill go? Is she still
she's
there?
just like, standing to the side of the room, and he's currently like running past her.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, what'd y'all roll?
23.
I got a nice big fat 5.
5.
Likewise, Rams. I got a 5.
13.
13. Okay. How do you determine ties?
I think it's
Usually
Dex.
you have them roll.
Yeah.
Or dex.
Whoever has higher dex.
Okay.
I've got +1 Dex.
I got +2.
Sweet,
Ooh.
you're first.
Okay, Renzi first. Okay. So with that, River, you will be first with Jaeger on deck.
You said, oh, never mind.
What would you like to do, River?
He's running towards me. Or
Yeah, it
towards
just
us.
in general the group, because you're
Okay.
all like right by the door that just closed on you, and he's on the other side of the room.
Okay. I meet him halfway and go to take out his legs.
Nice.
25.
25. Indeed, that hits.
I can't actually hear anything.
And that is 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Okay, so explain how you hit this thing.
So basically just running in with all my might, swing my double scimitar to try to basically take out his legs.
Okay, so you're taking your scimitar, you kind of swipe by the side, and you definitely catch him in the ankle, and he's just like, kind of like, ah. And yeah, got him. So, anything else you would like to do? Do I have a map of this room? No, I don't, but for purposes of doing this battle, let me just get a generic thing up here. We'll place y'all, we'll say the door is over here. ogre of great size. Yeah.
He has the same skin tone.
Oh yeah, you guys are like buddies.
100%.
Maybe you could talk him out of this.
Yeah.
All right, River. Anything else you would like to do? So you will say you move up here.
On my bonus action. Oh, so for my bonus action, let's see. I disengage behind him.
She will.
Okay. Sorry. What did you say?
For my bonus action, I disengage behind him using my cunning action.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Or I guess to the side of him. I won't make it behind him.
Okay. You can go ahead and place your Pokemon wherever you'd like to be. Let her go. All right. Next up is Yigar with Renzi here on deck.
Okay. I will use all my movement to move kind of down towards the corner of the room.
Go for it. Go ahead and place yourself.
I can't.
Oh, you're right. Down to the corner of the room. How much movement do you have?
30.
Okay, I'll place you here.
Okay, great. And then I will cast Guiding Bolt.
Sounds like the music's a little loud.
Music is a little loud. Alright, I can
chat.
turn it down a bit. How's that? Better music?
Okay. Does a 14 hit?
It does.
Okay. So let's see. All right, so he takes 11. So he takes 13 radiant damage,
Okay.
and the next attack against him has advantage.
Okay, nice. So,
So this, I just push out my hands, kind of hold them up, and this bright light just beam flies at him and hits him. And now he has this weird, glowing sparkliness around him. Vaguely looks like sprinkles and glitter.
ooh, very nice. So yeah, he, the ogre just kind of looks around. He's like, no, and he does not like what he sees.
And then for my bonus action, I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
So, kind of right next to him, this glowing giant hammer kind of manifests, but the handle comes down into a spatula, and it has these little wings on the side.
Nice.
That's amazing.
He was the cook. He's got a special as a spiritual weapon. I like it. All right. So Renzi, you will have. Wait. Yeah. I'm confusing myself with this. You'll have advantage. You said
Correct.
on your next attack. Let me just make sure. Mateus, what was your initiative roll?
Mine was 5. I was after Renzi.
Okay. Okay, awesome. So, Renzi, you're next. Mateus, you're on deck.
All right, I run forward. stand right here. I already rolled it at advantage, and I got a natural roll 20.
Oh, nice. Double that damage as you critical hit him.
All right, I'm gonna just do this.
Go, Captain, go.
Oh. I got an 8 on the die, plus 2. That's 10, so 18 total.
18 total, yeah. That was your roll to hit, right? Or that was your total damage?
Total damage. I rolled it's 1d8 plus 2, yeah.
Yeah, okay. 18 damage. Holy moly. Okay, what do you do to describe your hit?
I go up to it and I'm like,
This is our booty. And I
stab him in the leg.
Nice.
This is our treasure. I should have said treasure.
Goblin just went granny right there.
So you just see this little goblin run over, just at his legs, and yeah, he goes just like buckles and falls over onto one leg, as that was a nice big hit on him. Anything else you want to do?
I don't think I can do anything else. Oh, you know what? Bonus action, I rage.
He's gonna rage.
Rage.
Okay, very nice. All of a sudden, you just see him, this little goblin, like.
You tear off any clothing.
No. He wears really baggy clothing. So instead of him ripping it off, it looks like it actually fits him now.
Nice.
Hard dog.
It's fitting him.
He went
Cool.
to the tailor and got it all altered. No, it fits really nice.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. So, Mateus, you are next with River on deck.
Okay. I reluctantly, I turn to Windmill Jill and I say, my fair lady, look at the condition. By the way, what is the condition of the ogre right now? Is he looking like, scathed?
He looks like he's definitely already been cut up, like his legs like crazy. And so he's looking pretty like a bit staggery.
Okay. With saying that, I walk up to, I approach Windmill Jill and I say, my fair maiden, my fair lady, I am a lover. I'm not a fighter, and we don't want to destroy this creature. Is there a way that we can? No, must we kill it?
Okay. So, she looks over to you, and yeah, she says, if you want to be champion, you have to defeat the champion.
Okay. In an attempt, I'm then going to turn to the ogre and I say, well, I'm hoping it's not death for you. And I hold out my hand, my eyes flicker again, and I cast suggestion on the ogre.
Ooh.
And the word that I use, because it says suggest a course of activity using like a phrase or a word, and I just say, it's time to surrender.
Okay.
And they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wishing it was intelligence, but we'll see.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, wisdom. Oh, he rolled a natural 20. So now it's an 18.
Okay, no worries. As a bonus action then, wait, I'm just going to go to my spells because I think I can inspire with, I can inspire with a bonus action, yeah? With Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I just looked at my bonus action. So I'm going to, and River's next, yeah?
Yes.
So I say, roses are red. Oh yeah. I turn to River and I say, "Roses are red, ice makes me shiver. You've got this, my man. Take it away, River." And I cast Biding Inspiration on River.
Nice. What's that do exactly? Or River, do you know?
That adds the D8.
1d8.
1d8.
And I stand. I would like to make my movement and stand to where the door closed.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Sounds good. All right. And with that, it's now the ogre's go, which apparently when I switch tabs, you guys can see the ogre stats. Oops. That's awesome. But
it was on the music thing that we have in Discord.
Oh, for you guys. Okay.
Yes,
I thought you meant the
not-
stream could see.
no,
it.
no,
Okay,
no,
just
no.
don't look at Discord. Don't cheat it.
I'm not.
Okay.
I have it covered with the notepad.
Nice. Okay, so the ogre is just going to kind of look at this tiny green thing that looks so similar to him running around his legs, but he's just like, "Oh, yeah, get it over here." And he goes for you, Renzi. And he just takes his giant weapon and swings down on you. And that is a... What is this? Math is hard. 14 to hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Let's see. So that is going to be 12 points of damage. As he just takes the sword and like bam, hits you so hard.
Oof, that did hurt.
Thankfully the sharp end kind of just like barely nicks your arm, but the big blunt of the axe just like wham hits you in the side.
Me spleen.
And with that, he is just gonna stay right there, and we'll go to River. Your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go after the other leg.
Okay.
That is going to be 12. 18. 4. So 24 to hit.
Okay. That definitely hits. He's nice and large. Not hard to
And
hit.
Since I have an associate close by, sneak attack.
Ooh.
Wow. I am happy. That's 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. Oh man. So as he is
actually,
just
wait. 21 points of damage. Excuse me. I forgot to add the 3.
all right. What did you just add? Because I already.
So I was. The 2d6s was 10, the 2d4s was 8, and then the plus 3 for
Okay,
slash.
so that's 3 more.
So 21.
Okay, so you see that he's distracted with this tiny little goblin. You take that opportunity to just kind of hide around, sneak around the other leg, and then you just hit his other leg, and he just lets out this massive roar and falls to both knees now, and then falls to his hands, and he is breathing hard. Anything else you would like to do?
Let's see. I don't think I have a second. No, that's right. I don't have a second attack yet. Nope. That is it.
Okie dokie. Okay, that ends your turn. Jaeger, you are up.
All right. Well, I think first off, I will walk up towards Renzi. I can get there.
Okay. To the Renzi. Yeah.
Yeah, 30 would get you to here.
Okay. So that's close enough. So I will go ahead and I will cast Cure Wounds on him.
Nice.
Since he looks pretty banged up from that hit. So it's a 1d8 plus 6. And I guess I roll that to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead and heal him.
Okay, so you get 7 points of wonderful health.
Pog.
7 points of health. Good job.
And then I will just kind of look over towards the woman and just say, do we truly need to spill all this creature's blood to win? Or do you surrender?
She just like slightly looks over at you and then just looks back at the battlefield.
So then I will take my spiritual weapon, I'll slam the giant spatula hammer onto that creature.
Okay.
Sorry, 1 sec. Okay. So that would be an 19 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay. So he's gonna takes 9 force damage. Slams on his head.
Force damage. So as he's just breathing really hard, he looks up and he just sees this spatula. Yeah. And it just crushes him with such a force that it puts him completely flat on the ground, and you even see the ground like crack a little bit. And then as the spatula comes up, you see that he is out and he is dead.
Yeah,
Yay!
GG.
So
GG's in chat.
yeah. GG's.
Oh,
GG's, Jack.
okay.
GG's.
I just got a question for you, DM. Does it look like the door is going to automatically open?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Does it? Oh, is the woman windmill Jill? Did she disappear? Or so I'll let you continue before I try something.
Okay. So, yeah. As the ogre lays her flat, Windmill Jill just looks over at the rest of you and she says, "Well done, champions. You are now the new champions of this room." And she flips her spear again, click, click, has the 2 keys, and then just kind of like loops it down and flings it up in the air. And then the keys just slide off and kind of fly over to you and are coming straight at you. Anyone want to try to catch them?
I'm not going to try and catch it. What I'm going to try and do is, as soon as the door opens, I'm going to cast darkness between the captain, Captain Accord, and us in the room.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I go for the keys.
Nice.
Cool. So as you see the keys flying, you cast this spell on the room. River, go ahead and make a athletics check.
Nice.
Excuse me.
24.
Bless you. 24. So with ease, you just kind of chink and you catch both keys out of the air, and you probably give them to Renzi. I don't know. What do you want to do with your keys?
I still have the other 2 that I get grabbed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you just slip them in your pockets.
Yep.
And she says, "Well done," and gestures like this, and then the door opens.
And as I see the door opens, I cast darkness to try and get a visual block between Captain Accord and us. And I turn to the party members and I say, "This is now our opportune time. We have our 6 keys. We no longer need him. Please, do you trust me?" And I ask River to hand me the 6 keys.
I will kind of put my hand out a second and I will say, Matthias, you are my friend. I have followed you, and you have battled next to me many times. But if we are to truly trust you, you need to prove to us who you really are.
I laugh, and then I say, well, clearly, I thought you would have known about me all this time. And you start to see this, the red, what I've previously claimed as birthmarks, or like just just rashes and stuff. You see it appear more. You see the slit on his eyes appear more red, and you finally see this tail like kind of unravel from his trench coat, his overcoat, and I say to them, and a bit more like. You see to the side that his ear like would have had a shape of what's it called, like elvish or kind of that, but it's actually been mutilated, like cut off. You see that in the midst of his thick dreadlocks and his thick hair, you see shorn off horns, and then he says, you know, the reputation and the life of a tiefling is not easy. You know, I try and blend in, and I've made it this far. The industry is so savage, but being non-human is just worse. And so this is who I am, and I trust you, and I hope in return you will trust me. And I hold out my hands for the keys.
This is the way of the pirate. We come together as one accord. Doesn't matter who you are or what you're doing or what you've been through. Welcome to the pirate's life.
Well, I'm glad that I'm part of this crew. I'm glad I'm part of this party, because this is the first time in many years that I've experienced such a warm welcome and where I can be my true self. And then you see his eyes of brown just go flicker to gold, red, black and gold.
I hand you one of the 2 keys that I have.
Okay, that's I think I can work with that. But what I just tell them the plan. I'm going to try and convince Captain Accord to get in this room. I need you all to play dead, and I need some keys to convince him to be in here. We don't have much time. This spell is not going to last.
And you hear wicked laughter from behind you as you turn and see no longer an aquatic elf, but a high elf standing behind you.
What?
Who also then changes back to the aquatic elf and then into a changeling. And then
whoa!
Nice.
And River drops the keys in your hands.
And here we
lays down and acts dead.
And here we see, yeah. And here we see the one small goblin just plop on the floor dead, acting like he's dead.
I look at Renzi and I say, but you're not changing into anything.
I give him the other key.
Okay.
No, yeah, I'm not.
I'm just a goblin, man. I don't know what you want me to do.
I will since I'm next to, presumably next to the giant monster. What was it?
Ogre.
The ogre?
The ogre. I'm gonna lay my hand on him, cast Spare the Dying.
On the ogre?
On the ogre.
Oh.
And I will just whisper in his ear, "You are no longer the champion, and you are free to live how you wish when you heal." And then I lay down.
Okay. So, all of a sudden you hear this deep as the ogre comes back to life. And the ogre gets up and he looks at all of you laying on the ground, and he disappears. and as well as Jill. They both disappear.
I see my companions my companions all lying pretending to be dead, and I say, well, this is the first party who has truly accepted me for who I am. I think it's time for me to stick around. And then I disguise myself as mortally wounded, and I kind of place myself in the midst of the room, probably about here. And I kind of hold out the keys on the ground, and I say to the party members, we're going to trap him in here. He is not leaving with us. And I dropped, as I drop darkness, I call out to him and I say, Accord! I'm the only one left. I'm stuck. Please come and save me. Please, this is yours. Come and help me. And I hold out the keys, and I say, we can do this together, Captain.
Okay, go ahead and make a deception check with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye, Winkari. First, let's get a shout out to Winkari.
Let's go, Winkari.
Yo.
He used to be a staff member here at GSC. It's so good to see you. Thank you for popping in. We are praying for you in your ventures to Japan to go be a missionary. If you guys want to just give him and his wife and his children a quick prayer as they go be missionaries in Japan, that would be great. But we love you.
Let's see some hearts.
Yeah, hearts for Winkari in the chat.
Awesome. Love you, Winkari.
So I'm so glad you said I could do it with advantage, because I rolled a 2 for the first one. And then I rolled an 18 for the second one, giving me a total of 28 for deception.
28!
Yeah. Tiefling bard in the house.
Oh, man. That's amazing. Okay, so you see Accord just kind of peer through the darkness, and then all of a sudden he is very excited, and he gets up and he rolls over to you, and
let us share the wealth.
He swipes the keys from you, and he says, like, this is amazing. 6 keys. This is incredible.
And as I mobile, like, and I call out now, but as like knowing my team is going to help me keep this person in, I cast once again. I cast or attempt to cast Charm Person at it's at like the same level, doesn't make a difference, and say, "You're not going anywhere."
Okay, so that was a wisdom again.
Wisdom 15. And squad, do something. This guy cannot move from this place.
During this time, when he charms the person, can I like do a quick like kick sweep thing where he kind of gets thrown onto his back?
Yes. Go ahead. Why don't you do a sleight of foot check? To see if you can do it sneakily.
Ninja swipe.
Yeah.
All right. That's 18.
18, nice. Yeah, you can easily take a swipe at him. Are you trying to just damage him or trip him?
I'm trying to trip him where he's prone. That way when we all stand up, we can... Because he has the peg leg and it's a thing, so I figure it's going to take him a bit to stand up.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and roll to hit. See if you can hit him.
Roll just like a regular 1d20 plus my strength? Okay. That is a 13 plus 5 if we want to go with strength.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you
15.
hit him indeed. So basically what happens, because he rolled a natural 20, he looks at you like, are you? And then all of a sudden this leg comes out of nowhere, whoop, and it sends him on his back, and he just gets like the wind knocked out of him, and he is prone for the moment. but definitely not charmed.
I stand up.
I will, just quickly roll over and try to grapple him.
I will see what I can do. Who's got the keys? Do I still have the keys in my hand, or did
No,
he take?
he took them from you.
Okay.
Okay, we got to get those keys back. I'll try a sleight of hand to see if I can swipe those keys while Jaeger, after Jaeger successfully grapples.
Okay.
Hopefully successfully grapples, yeah.
I have an action called grappling pin. You can use your action to try to pin a creature grappled by you by making another grapple check. If you succeed, you and the creature are both restrained. So can I assist Jaeger in doing this?
Yes.
Perfect.
Why not?
And then
All right.
instead of me rolling, can he get the advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Sounds good. So you rolled a grapple. Mateus, you rolled for sleight of hand to get the keys.
Okay, well, I got 19 strength, so.
Awesome. Okay, so. Oh. I rolled a 19.
Wow.
But let's
Yeah,
see,
I
let's
rolled
see.
a nat 1 for the sleight of hand. I think I was so disappointed that my charm person didn't work. So yeah,
Okay,
this is
so
falling apart real quick.
I
you
think
go for the keys. He just kind of rolls over like nah, and then you go to grapple him, and you grab him, and then he kind of like all of a sudden this strength from who knows where is like forced against you. I mean, you both tied the roll, so I'm gonna say that you're just both kind of holding each other in this awkward like, okay, now what? And he just looks at you and says, You 50% is not enough? Come on, I've been waiting my whole life for this.
I swoop in and do sleight of hand to take the keys.
yeah.
Okay, go for it.
This is the pirate's
24.
life.
24. Okay.
I'll look at him.
Pog.
I'm assuming River has the keys now, right?
Yes, you definitely like he's holding them under his arm, and you just like take them.
Since we're just locked, I'll just look at him and say, I do not believe you wish for this treasure for good reasons. What is the crown really for?
He just says,
It's. I don't know. You know, I'm a man of the sea. I'm a pirate. Pirate's life for me, I seek treasure. And this is the treasure I've heard about my whole life. I just want the treasure.
Do I really, dead eye, straight face into him, do I really believe him?
go ahead and rail a, whatever that's called. Get tired.
Insight.
Can I
Insight.
while the grapple is going, I'm gonna try at second level. Try and cast suggestion on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a 16, by the way.
16. Yeah, he honestly seems like just an old guy that wants treasure. So, how does suggestion work?
Suggestion is you suggest the course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature you can see within range and that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to the effect. Suggestions must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself onto a spear is not, or do something harmful, obviously harmful, ends the spell. The target must make a wisdom saving throw of 15. So my suggestion is, I just want to say, Captain Accord, I think it's time for you to take a time out, sit down, and reflect on the life actions that you have chosen thus far.
All right. So, as you're both kind of, Jaeger and him are still kind of holding each other. He looks at you, and yeah, he releases a little bit. And he's like,
Reflect on my life. I've lived a long life. I probably need to reflect on my life.
and then if you let him, he's going to try to sit down.
I will let him.
Okay. So yeah, he sits down and just starts to stroke his beard a little bit.
So
Oh,
while he does that, I might just go over to the crew and just say, I do not like him. But if there's no honor among thieves, then who are we to take everything this man has been promised and worked for? Is it really right to strand him with nothing?
I suggest we leave him with 25%. We'll just, if you can get out, 25% is what he gets.
I turn to I turn to
Maybe
Captain
10%.
Accord. I turn to Captain. No, I turn to Captain Renzi and I say 10%. 10% it is. I turn to Captain Accord and I, in the midst of like this suggestion or in this space, I say, Captain Accord, and I don't know if this works or the mechanics of this works, DM, but I'll say, roses are red. Your time is now spent. Will you be satisfied with 10%?
You know, I'm not sure how it works either, but I'm going to allow it. And he's going to look at you and say,
I did nothing. 10% is okay. It's just a massive treasure. I agree.
and he puts out his hand.
I step aside to allow Captain Renzi to shake his hand to sign, like to confirm the contract.
Nice. So you guys shake hands and yeah, you've got the keys.
Right. Let us go to the key door.
All right, so you guys walk out of the room. You turn the wheel to the correct position to see the crown that is locked with the 6 holes. You walk up to it, and you give the keys to your Captain Renzi, and Renzi starts to put the 2 keys in the bottom and then the next 2, and then he can't quite reach this top 2 above the door. So yeah, River comes over, just kind of picks you up, and you stick the last 2 keys in, and then you just hear it go, and it opens into this room that is full of treasure everywhere. You see right there in the smack dab middle of the room this crown, and it looks like a crystal crown, a golden crown, a silver crown, every kind of precious metal and gem you can think of. It is just glittering gold and beauty. And on the ground you can also see what looks to be a dragon skeleton mixed in with all the gold, like he has been sitting there protecting this for who knows how long and has finally wasted away. What do you do?
As
Nothing
we're
but the crowd.
as we're walking in, I sit there and go,
You know, pirates save a lot on money when they shop. They always go to second-hand shops.
Captain Accord is just like, "Ah! And he just kind of falls over, just cracking up.
He dies from laughter right there.
What do you do?
I start taking the gold. I don't touch the dragon, but I just kind of start shoveling it and kind of like
Come
Nice.
on, guys, let's get out of here.
You just see this goblin stuff in his pockets, And as he does so, the treasure just seems to be all the more glittery and bright.
I'm gonna take. I just want to find a large-ish piece of treasure, and I want to try to hook it towards the ground.
You take a large piece of treasure and huck it towards the ground?
Yep.
Is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay.
The ground.
Take the treasure, you smack it, it just goes ping!
In what way? Like,
The
does it hit the crown, or?
The crown,
He
not
said
the ground.
Oh,
Crown.
you're taking the crown?
Yes. I want to throw the piece of treasure towards the crown.
Gotcha. I thought you said the ground. My bad. I was like, okay, if you want to, sure. Yeah, no.
Another.
So
Let there be
you,
chaos.
you take the treasure, you throw it at the crown. It indeed hits the crown. The crown flies off, and you hear just kind of this like.
Oops.
Did you just really yeet the crown into non-existence?
I guess since I'm floundering, and I walk in a bit late, looking at the crown just kind of topple over, and I cast Mage Hand to see if I can pick up the crown, and I look at Jaeger and I say, "Would this have helped?"
Nice. So this little spectral hand appears and grabs the crown and picks it up. It looks like a piece of crystal may be cracked, but otherwise, it's still intact.
I know a guy who can fix this.
I use the Mage Hand to hand it to Jaeger if he accepts it.
Sure, I'll take it.
Mind you, in the background, all you see is just Renzi with his backpack, and he's just shoving it all in there. And he's just like, this mine, I'm taking it all, boys. Like, let's go.
So
I'm rich.
Renzi is stuffing his pockets. Jaeger takes the crown and kind of like holds it up to his head a little bit, looking even more angelic. Captain Accord is thrilled, and you guys have scored yourselves quite the booty here.
Yeah.
So, as you walk back out, you are just fine. No traps, no nothing is coming after you. And you head to the ship. And Captain Accord kind of looks at all of you and he says, "Larg, we did it. The crown is ours." Well, you did it. You did it. You did your old Captain Accord good. We are now of one accord. It is a fine crew indeed.
Exactly.
Aboard.
I will hand him the crown.
Aw. So you hand Captain Accord the crown, and
Yep.
he delicately takes it, and he kind of goes to put it on top of his head, but he's like, I'm still a pirate. And just puts it in his bag, and then waves you all onto the ship. And so you all board the Sunny Lion once more to take back your treasures, and take back your stories of how the pirates of one accord went out to be the greatest pirates of all time by heeding the wisdom of the room and your friends. And so the legends and songs are written about one accord, and they are still told and sung to this day.
As we're walking to the pirate ship, he goes,
You know, if I was a pirate and I happened to go to an Apple store, I would get an eye patch.
And as the ship is sailing
Into the
and the
sunset.
goblin says this lovely pun, the scene ends. And that is our D&D campaign.
Amazing.
clap us in
Amazing.
chat.
Yay!
Sola,
good job,
that
guys.
was fantastic,
That was
Sola.
so
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Can we
I
see
hope
so
some
much fun.
clappers in chat for Solux, dude? That was great.
Yes.
That was so much fun.
Yes,
Good.
So
it
much
was.
fun.
I'm
And
glad.
thank you, chat, for the suggestions.
Yes.
It was fun. That was definitely YOLO for me.
Yeah,
But
that was
was
awesome.
awesome.
Chaos for sure.
I'm glad you used your message chat quite often.
I thought
So, yeah,
it was a
we'll
one
have
and done
to-
thing, to be honest. But
We'll have to see how the other two crews ended up.
I think one of them is still going, actually.
Ooh,
Yes.
nice. I know Pinky said that he was done, and people were having troubles with the riddles, which is awesome.
Yeah, it looks
Yes.
like 5
Um,
screws. Well, they're still in the room.
Nice. We'll bring down this epic music. Okay, so we are a little late indeed, but
Hey,
we scheduled it
fun.
into our Discord game so we could go a little late. But I'm
Yes.
sure Techie would like a break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can we also-
yeah.
Yes.
I know I
Hats
said
off,
this earlier, but
Hats off for Techie.
yeah, clappers to Techie in chat. Hearts, everything, y'all. Because he's been here all day
All day.
since like, I don't even know when the stream even started this morning, but like 10 o'clock this morning. I think it's a 12-hour day. Techie, you amazing
That's
boy.
an effort. That is amazing.
Exactly. So give him love if you can.
Indeed.
Yeah.